is going on? Forza, Forza Milan, Forza Milan. How is everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing great, whether it's the morning, whether it's the afternoon, or whether it's night. Forza Milan, guys. Forza Milan. Deadline day, guys. 2 hours. 2 hours and a half are left, and this Mercato is over. And boy, what a crazy last few days it has been for AC Milan. And do we have some new players to be talking about? It's going to be quite interesting. A lot of analysis to talk about, and we're going to see if anything is going to happen in these last 2 hours. I don't think so. I really don't think anything is going to happen at this point, but you never know. This is the hour of the Condor. The hour of the Condor is now. L'ora del Condor. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Let me say hi to everybody first. What's up, Osum Gorni? Benasser. What's up, Carlo Moretti? Come stiamo, ragazzi? Milanista Doc. What's up, Christy Zeko? How you doing? Mustafa Arbali. How's it going? What's up? I'm hoping a surprise right wing may be coming. Maybe, I don't know, guys. Difficult, but anything is possible. Anything is possible in the last hours of the Mercato, because this is where all the agents, the players are scrambling. They need to make things happen right away. So anything is possible. But I wouldn't, I wouldn't bet my house on it. That's what I'm saying. I definitely wouldn't bet my house on it. What's up, Alexandris? How you doing? If Dest goes on right wing, I'm buzzing. Well, he can definitely play there. We're definitely going to be looking at him for sure. Paul, what's up? How you doing, sir? Bishno Mahat. If Galliani would be there, Milan would be in next level. Milan would be getting Neymar. If Galliani was there and Berlusconi right now, Neymar would be coming to Milan. Forza Milan, Forza Milan. Dest might just be the right wing. Maybe, guys. We're definitely going to be talking about him. We're going to analyze him. We're going to be looking at his. We're going to be looking at his history. We're going to look at his video. Obviously, a very technical player. So there's a lot to discuss there. But let's look at the last things here happening in the AC Milan world, because it's not just the market incoming, the market outgoing. Milan received a 100 million bid from Chelsea for Leao, but are in fact willing to sell him only if they receive an offer that is simply too good to turn down. Only if they're willing to make him the most expensive signing in Premier League history. Wow. These last 2 hours are going to be insane. They're going to be insane. Obviously, I don't think this is going to happen, but again, everything is possible in the world of football, guys. In the world of football, everything is possible. And guys, Milan is officially owned by Redbird. The closing, it was announced on the Milan website. We're going to look at that. So that's another topic for the day we're going to look at. But now Milan is officially Redbird. A lot of investors in the company. A lot of entities in the world of sports have put their hands into this ownership and have their shares and stocks in Milan. The Yankees, which is one of the biggest sport institutions on the planet. Redbird, which is a big sporting institution, but fairly new sporting institution, but with some good history already. So a good track record. If you look at what they did in France with Toulouse, they have a small part of Liverpool. They have some sporting adventures in India with a cricket team that supposedly is doing very well. Then you have some big names like LeBron James, Drake. So you have your celebrities over there, and then you have Italian investors also. You have an Italian investor that is actually a very good friend of Maldini. I found out he is. We'll get into him, but he's the only Italian investor. I can't remember his name. If you can remind me, but I don't remember what it is. But anyway, we're going to look into that. So it's going to be a very interesting new era. A new era. A new era is upon us. The era of Redbird. Yeah, it's going to be very, very cool. Ciao Roy, sei contenti degli acquisti e tutto? We're going to talk about it, ne parleremo, li analizzeremo. Cheers! Hey, Matrix Comps, guys. Matrix Comps, give me permission to use your video if you want. I know you put a video of Dest. We can watch it if you want. But, guys, Matrix Comps is the best compilation artist on internet. Dest has played as a right wing in Ajax and Barcelona, yes, and he's only 21. We have a super chat, Alexandros 199. Thank you. If Lau leaves, we are tailored for 352. Interesting, very interesting. Thank you so much for the super chat, and I'm going to. In the spirit of the goal, this one is for you. Thank you so much, my friend. Aubameyang, what a crazy story with Aubameyang. The guy got robbed in his house. He got hit in the face with a wrench. He broken jaw or fractured jaw. Man, it is crazy. If Chelsea sign, thank you, Matrix. We'll do that, guys. We're gonna analyze Dest. We're gonna watch Matrix Comp's video. He does the best videos on the internet. Subscribe to his channel, no doubt, the #1 compilation artist on YouTube. Carlos says, I'm buzzing for the new owners. Being partners with the Yankees is incredible. They're a massive brand, yes, and also Milan in America will be showing their games will be showed on the Yes Network, which is a Yankees-owned network, and I think it's going to be. I think the future is looking very bright, guys. I think the future is looking very, very bright. All right, let's see what Chelsea's up to and what they want to do. Chelsea has spent so much money, guys, on this market for players that are like, I don't even know. Players that are worth a quarter. But anyway, let's see what this says. According to Calcio Mercato, where Longo works, Longo has been quite excellent this summer. Everything he has said has come to fruition so far. Leao will remain at Milan beyond the 20 deadline, which is what? It is 11 a.m. for me here, so exactly in 2 hours. The site reports that Diario S, who claimed that Chelsea had made a serious attempt for a Portuguese international, putting 100 million on the table. It is a proposal that was rejected by Paolo Maldini and Enrique Massara, who asked for 150. So this is suggesting that Maldini and Massara are willing to sell the player for the right price. Let's see. I mean, Chelsea, they're crazy enough to do this. To let the former Leo star leave in the current window, which is the same as his release clause, one that does not apply this late in the window. Right, because right now the release clause is not applicable anymore. It closed. That release clause basically lost its functionality in the midway through the transfer market. And this is the same thing with Benacer. Very intelligent by the ownership, very intelligent from Maldini, Massara, and everybody else that put these contracts together in order to protect themselves from crazy situations. But 2 hours away from the deadline, you know, I think Chelsea is crazy enough to put on the table 150 million. I mean, they put, you know, in England, they'll put 100 million on, I don't know, on Petagna. They would put 100 million on Petagna if they need. So I don't think this is out of reach for Chelsea. Let's see what happens. Milan are in fact willing to sell Leao only if they receive an offer that is simply too good to turn down, and that is one that will make the former Sporting CP talent the most expensive player in Premier League history. It is a scenario that does not seem to be feasible at the moment due to timing and because the Blues do not want to go so high. Leao is admired by Chelsea, but unless there are surprises, there will be a new attempt only in 2023. That is most likely the likely scenario. So I don't think I don't think this is going to happen, but guys, don't count it out, because Chelsea, these English clubs, they have so much money, they don't know what to do with their money. They have so much money that it's overflowing in their banks. They need to get rid of it because they don't know where to store it. But the issue is that if we sell Leao right now, we have 1 hour to replace him? We're going to go into the next season without Leao? I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen, but it is part of the news cycle today, so we should be talking about it. Let's see. Forza Milan. Roy, analyze Dest now, please, guys. We are going to analyze Dest right away. We're going to analyze Dest. Yes, I did see Colombo's goal. We're going to look at Colombo's goal. What a goal, mamma mia. He did miss a penalty. I saw chunks of that game. Colombo looks good, and he's growing. He's growing in height, in stature, and boy, did he score a screamer. Standing still. He didn't standing still. Turned the ball, perfect control of the ball, set himself up, put it in the top corner, in the bins. Colombo. I checked his contract yesterday, so basically he's on loan he's on loan, but there's a buyback clause. So let's see what happens with that. We'll definitely see what happens with that. Chelsea, look at Manu. They're blowing money away, paying 5 times what a player's worth. Yeah, Mustafa. So to be honest with you, in England, 150 million to me is not like a crazy number. It's not an exaggerated number. It's something they can definitely do. They don't have a right wing. That's why they play 2-10 numbers. I think you're talking about Chelsea. Can't possibly sell Rafa now. I don't think so. I think it's too late to sell Rafa Leao. Unless Maldini does a condor. Yeah. And who is there? Who is in the market that you can replace Leao with? Ziyech? Is Ziyech the perfect Leao replacement? I mean, he could be. But then we have way too many players on the right. We have 4 Messias, Salah, Dest, and Ziyech. 4 players for that position. It would have to be a player that is suitable to play on the left wing, and who is available in the market today that can play on the left wing, that can replace such a formidable player such as Leao. I don't know, guys. You tell me. We need to sell Leao now, because if he does a bad World Cup, his value gonna crack. I mean, yes, it's this balancing act. But we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely get there. Nathan, what's up, Nathan? The kid from Almere is really good. You've told me that he's very good. So we're gonna see what happens, guys. We're gonna see what happens. Anyway, this is what's going on with Chelsea. Let's see what else what else is happening right now, live right now. We're also going to look at the other teams too, because the market is going crazy for not just AC Milan, but all the other teams too. Serginho Dest. He will now head to sign his contract at Casa Milan. Guys, this is official. A player that we got because Florenzi ruptured his hamstring. And the guy is out until January, pretty much. 2 months for recovery, rehabilitation. By the time Florenzi is going to be ready to play again, it's going to be in January. That's a big blow. But look, guys, Milan was right on the money, guys. Right away, they were able to get a replacement right away. So Milan is capable of doing quick maneuvers if they need. They do have that ability. When it is a necessity, right? When it is necessary, Milan has showed us that they can go straight into the market. We need this guy right away. We can't waste any time. We'll get him. We'll bring him back. So there you go. So we're seeing both sides of this management. And also, what a great deal Dest is. What a great deal, because it's not an obligation loan. It's a loan with no obligation. If Dest has a good season with Milan, then Milan will buy him for 20 million. He does have high wages, I think, for his age, which could be a problem. I mean, Milan is paying for his wages right now, 3.8 million, something like that. He's one of the most paid players in Milan right now. I don't know what that will do with the locker room, but he's getting paid almost triple what Leao is getting paid right now. He's getting paid more than Benacer. He's getting paid more than Tonali. He's getting paid more than Kalulu. He's getting paid more than Florenzi. He's getting paid more than almost every player in the team. That's a strange dynamic there. So, and Dest happens during the Redbird era. And we're going to see, Dest is literally the first signing that happens under Redbird. And under Redbird being officially the new owner of AC Milan. An American joins AC Milan under the new American ownership. Yeah, so what we're going to soon find out what this means as far as the salary cap and the salaries, because this operation is not a Milan operation. It's not an Elliott operation. This is not Elliott. Elliott would not pay a 21-year-old 3.8 million. This is not Elliott. This is already, the patterns here are breaking away from what we've seen before. So interesting, quite interesting. Let's see what this means. Let's see what this means. Maybe it means that the renewals are going to be no problem for Redbird, and Leao is going to be renewed easily, and Benacer is going to be renewed easily, and you know, everybody is going to get their salaries maybe a little bit more competitive to the European standards. Let's see. Let's see. Guys, we got another super chat. Vasil, thank you, my brother, to support the channel. Forza Milan. Thank you, Vasil. Really appreciate it. This one is for you in the memory of the goals of Pippo Inzaghi. Magico Milan. Thank you, Vasil. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Okay. Let's look at Serginho Dest. Let's look at Serginho Dest. We're going to let's go first to his sofa score, and let's see what he looked like last season, and let's see what his history was with Barcelona. All right, Dest. 21 years old, 5.8 height, right foot, defense position. These are all the positions he played. So he played on the left. He played on the fullback left, fullback right. He played as midfield, right midfielder, and right wing. Right? So this player can play all those positions, and he can play on the other side. So it's the kind of player that suits Milan, and how Milan likes to have players that play in different positions. And maybe he can be a good alternative for one of the forward right wingers. Okay, so let's see. This is what his heat map looks like. Definitely a wing player, mostly on the right, for sure. He covers the field pretty well. 21 games played last season, 17 started. Minutes per game, 72. Goals, 0. Assists, 3. Accuracy per game, 92%. Those are excellent numbers. 94% accuracy in his own half. Excellent numbers. 83% in opposition half. Excellent numbers. Long ball, 78%. Very good numbers. 68%. 76% chipped passes. Not bad. That's very good. 12% accuracy cross. That's very poor, but it is what it is. Out of all those great numbers, I guess you need to have one number that is not that great. Successful dribbles, 56%. Not bad. Total duels won, 52%. Yeah, so half of his duels. He wins half of his duels. Ground duels won, 54%. He wins slightly more than 50% of the ground duels. These are good. Aerial duels, 135. Obviously, this guy is not a super tall player, so he's probably not going to win those aerial duels. Even though, you know, we had short players like Cannavaro that would win every aerial duel. Possession loss, 10.3. 2 yellow cards. 2 yellow cards. Sofa score gave him a rating of 6.78. Not the best. Not the best. 6.70 in La Liga. 6.66. The number of the beast. The devil. But he does get good ratings with his national team. 7.45 with his national team. World Cup qualifications, CONCACAF. Champions League, 6.73. Let's see what he did in the Champions League. Champions League, he played 4 games, started 3. No goals, no assists, decent numbers. Decent numbers. So 21-year-old, this guy has already played with Barcelona, a big team. He knows what it's like to play for a big team with a lot of pressure. He already has Champions League experience. So it's good. It's an upgrade from what we usually have. Is it an upgrade to Florenzi? I mean, I guess in the long run you could say it is, but we will find out how this player will do. We're going to give him Milan is going to give him a full year to see what he can do, and if he shines, you know, he's definitely going to become an important player. Okay, let's go to his highlights. The Matrix Comps highlights, guys. Subscribe to Matrix Comps. Subscribe to Matrix Comps, the #1 compilation artist on YouTube. Let's see. Matrix Comps. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. This is a player that I knew already for a while. I've never been a big admirer of this player, but I'm willing to give him a chance. I'm definitely willing to give him a chance. And if Maldini and co. think that he is the right guy to fill in the shoes of, you know, the unfortunate Florenzi, I will trust our management that barely gets anything wrong. So let's check him out. Let's check him out. Let's check him out, guys. Matrix Comps, guys. #1. And he's a Milanista, guys. And he's a Milanista. Alright, so this is with Ajax. Woohoo! Wow. That was good. That was really good. Nice. Good feet. Small, compact. Low center of gravity, technical. Nice. Wow, what a goal. Holy crap. Nice dribble. Very good at wearing tight spaces. So definitely very good on the ball. Good defensive play there. Nice moves. He's a very technical player, that's for sure. Mamma mia, what a goal. Holy crap. If he can score goals like that in the San Siro will explode. Creative, very creative feet. Very creative feet. Let's see if he can produce the same with a red and black shirt in Italy, where maybe the players are not given the freedom that players are given in Spain or in Holland as far as space goes. But if you're good, you're good. If you're good, you're good. Oh, man. Hey, this guy scores some crazy goals. Some crazy goals. Nice. Okay. Standing his ground. As far as I've been hearing people that are more familiar with him, they're saying that defensively he might have some issues. He's maybe not, you know, the best defender, but he obviously has skills on the ball. Very compact technique. Can definitely manage the ball in very compact spaces. You know, I love technical players, guys. For me, every player should be super technical. So let's see how he does. He scored some nice goals too. Very diagonal, clever goals. Good cross. He has all the tricks. The elastico. Nice progression on the ball. Good cut there. Good cut. Good vision to see the channels. Wow. Wow, the Ronaldinho cut. Look at that. Ronaldinho cut. The Ronaldinho elastico. Whoop. Pop, pop. Nice, 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 nice. I mean, he has the skills he has the creativity to play higher on the pitch for sure, for sure. So if you know the way Pioli uses his 4-2-3-1, he can definitely play in the attacking third. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. It's to be seen how he adapts to Serie A, how he adapts to Milan, and how he adapts to the system. And there's something we definitely need to talk about regarding Milan this season that I've noticed on how teams are playing against us right now. But hold on, let me get rid of this banner. Nice. I can see why Barcelona chose him. Hopefully, we're not just training him to go back to Barcelona. I guess it really depends. It really depends. It depends on how he does. If he can cement himself in the team as a starter. By the way, great job, Matrix Comps. Another amazing video by Matrix Comps, guys. Let's give it a like. Bada bing, bada bing. And let's RossonARI TV subscription to Matrix Comps. All right. Very good, guys. I think it's very good. I think we have a very good player in our hands. Again, when I saw him at Barcelona, the few times I did see him, I wasn't very impressed with his charisma, more so. But let's see. Let's see. He's young. He's very young, and let's see how he does, guys. Let me know what you think, guys. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Dest came out of nowhere. I like surprises by São Paulo. I think they're going to use him also on the left side. I think they can, also because we have to figure out what's going to happen with Balotelli. Balotelli was being linked to a Turkish side, so I think he's probably going to be leaving. There was a report saying that Balotelli had accepted the offers that came from Turkey. Let's see, guys. Honestly, do I feel excited about this? I feel a little bit sad, to be honest with you, because of Florenzi and his situation. I think it's a big loss, the Florenzi loss. But hopefully, something good comes out of it. Dest, Serginho Dest, a player that can be very interesting for the team. Now, what are the positives aside from his exceptional technique? He's American, and so the American market is definitely going to have eyes on Milan. He's probably going to be an ambassador of some sort, especially with American ownership. So it's good. If the more eyes on Milan in America, the better it is for AC Milan. The better it is for AC Milan. But let's see how he does, guys. Let's see how he does. Matrix make compilation on Cassie bench. That is freaking hilarious. Cassie. Inter wanted Dest as well, but Dest decided to come to Milan. So that's very positive. That's very good. That's very good. Yeah, guys, let's see. Let's see what happens with Dest. Let's see what happens. I'm sure that Milan is the perfect environment for these young players to thrive. Also because it is an environment specifically made for young players. But guys, one really good thing, the most positive thing that I see happening right now is that Thiaw did not leave. Benacer is not leaving. I mean, let's see what happens in the next two hours. So, does this mean we are not Arsenal? We're not Dortmund? Are we going to be this team that is going to get these players when they're young, develop them, make them into super champions, and then keep them? Maybe you sell one or two because of whatever happens. But do we get to keep them? Because it looks like this is what might happen. Because, guys, the 3.8 million for a 21-year-old, this is not Elliot. This is not Elliot. Elliot would never do this. Would never do this. If this was Elliot, we would have probably gotten some Primavera kid there instead, or not, or it would have been Kalulu taken care. But the 3.8 million for Dest, 100%. This is not Elliot. This is not Elliot. So this kind of tells me, fingers crossed, that we are going to be a team that is going to be able to keep our champions. We are going to become this team. And also, again, I've said this a million times, when you have an ownership like this one that has committed to almost $2 billion to acquire this club, you have to imagine that they want to make it into a successful club, a winning club, a club that has a lot of eyes on it. And the only way to do that is to have champions in your team that win trophies that are always in the limelight. So, but let's see, guys. We have to see. We still have to see that cross line. We have to cross that cross line. So we're going to find out soon. We already lost 3 for free. True. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. Okay. I think we could have gotten away using Kalulu as backup for right back if needed. We should have gone for the effing right wing. That's what we need the most. Now maybe Dest is the right wing because, guys, remember Pioli. Every coach is different. Every coach has their own philosophy, their own tactics, their own way of interpreting the game. Our coach Pioli, he likes to use players, especially he's been liking to use, especially on that right side, that can help the midfield, right? That can double up as a box-to-box midfielder and a right winger. I mean, that's how he has used Salamakers this whole time. Dest is this player that has played as a fullback, as a right midfielder, and as a right wing. So he does all 3 phases, right? Essentially, that's what Pioli likes, or that's what he has liked on the right side of the field. He's liked to use players that can play all 3 phases of the field, right? Help the defense, help the midfield, and help the offense. So Dest kind of fits this identikit. So maybe Dest is this player that can give us that extra technique, that extra spark of creativity. We shall see, guys. Funny facts, in 2019 we bought a 21-year-old left back from Spain for 20 million Thiaw. In 2022 we bought a 21-year-old right back from Spain for 20 million Dest. We didn't buy him, guys. We didn't buy him. He's on loan. And it's a great deal, actually. It's a great deal. It's a loan, 20 million if he's good, and if he's not good he goes back. But the other issue that we have to contend with is if he is good and he has a great season, maybe Dest says, I'm going to go back to Barcelona. Maybe he wants to go back to Barcelona, and he'll go back to Barcelona. So it's a kind of iffy situation. We'll find out. We'll find out in 1 year, but we do have a backup for Florenzi. So that has definitely been done. Roy, CR News popping. CR7. Really? What is the news, guys? Is there any news? We'll check it out. Ziyech and Pulisic are available. Ziyech now negotiating with Ajax. Let's see. But Ziyech has been very close to signing with AC Milan. Let's see. Let's see if this happens. It might happen. Let's go to... Oh, very... Okay, I see it. CR7, guys. Here it is, guys. Okay. All right. I this kind of makes sense. According to Manchester Evening News report, Chelsea are in discussion to sign Thiaw, and there is some theorizing in the industry that the RossonARI could move for Cristiano Ronaldo if they were to lose his compatriot. So I was thinking, if you lose Thiaw right now, you have to replace him with an impact player. And if you really think about it, Cristiano Ronaldo is really the only one available in the market, right? But Cristiano Ronaldo comes with a lot of baggage. Ronaldo would be more than open to joining the RossonARI, absolutely. He wants to play in the Champions League, and compared to some of the other teams that have been linked because they're the Italian champions, have an immense European pedigree and are a fashionable city. However, Erik ten Hag said United were planning for Ronaldo to stay, and as such it seems that no move away from Old Trafford will materialize. In addition to that, Thiaw is going nowhere either, unless a club offers an astronomical amount, which could even be rejected given the limited time left in the window. Now, guys, this makes complete sense. There's one person, a common denominator in all of this. Mendes. Mendes is the agent of Leao. Mendes is the agent of Cristiano Ronaldo. Right now, in the last hours of the Mercato, Cristiano Ronaldo is the only player that can replace Leao. He's the only player that can replace Leao, and is the only realistic player that can replace Leao. Now, how are we going, if this does materialize, which is most likely not, you know, it's pretty exciting, I gotta say. It'd be pretty exciting, but I don't know. I mean, his wages are just crazy, The issue that I have with Ronaldo is that Ronaldo does not, he plays for himself. Ronaldo does not help the youngsters. The youngsters don't really grow around Ronaldo. You know, the team, all the focus, the center of attention, the gravity of a team all goes towards Ronaldo. And that usually becomes a problem. It halts the growth of young players, right? Like CDK, he's not going to be playing for the team anymore. He has to play for Ronaldo. Thiaw Hernandez, he can't play for the team anymore. Everything has to go through Ronaldo. So I'm not a big fan of Ronaldo, guys. I'm not a big fan of Ronaldo. But honestly, it is the only operation I can see right now that could happen if Leao were to leave, which is probably not going to happen. Yeah, who knows? Maybe if this does happen, it's going to be some kind of deal with Manchester United and Milan. Let's see, guys. These last 2 hours are crazy. And the reason why I'm saying this can happen is because, guys, is 150 million an absurd number for Chelsea? Absolutely not. Didn't the guys that bought Chelsea, didn't they spend 5 billion to some crazy number like that? Maybe I'm mistaken with this number. But if I'm not mistaken, the guys that just bought Chelsea from Abramovich, I think they spent something like 5 billion. So paying 150 million for Leao, I don't think for them is a problem. I don't think it's a problem at all. Interesting news, guys. Interesting developments. Let me put a poll in the chat. I want to know what you guys think. I'm very curious to know what you think. Would you be okay to sell Leao for 150 million and get Ronaldo? I'm curious to know what you guys would say. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Yes, no. All right, let's get this going for the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm curious to know what you're going to see. Oh, yeah, guys, by the way, I apologize to all the people I had to take the wrench away, but this got nothing to do with Milan right now. I was going through the channel, the YouTube stuff, and I noticed that some people are getting banned. Some people that are regulars in this channel are getting banned, and whoever it is, you're not allowed to do that. I don't know who it is. I'm not pointing the finger at anybody, but you're not allowed to ban people without our permission. Okay? So right now we have to kind of redistribute the mods and all this stuff. But if you get a mod wrench, if you want to ban someone, you need to ask us first, okay? Because we value every single viewer in this channel, whether they bust our balls or not, it doesn't matter. We believe in free speech in this channel. So you're not allowed to ban anybody unless they say something that is totally egregious. Or whatever. So unfortunately, I had to take the mod wrench from everybody, but we will redistribute those wrenches. We'll redistribute the wrenches. Anyway, all right, let's keep on going. So interesting developments. CR7, guys. CR7. But can we really call Leao that big of an impact player? So far, for 3 or so years, he's only been a big for the second half of last season. I think it's more than possible to find a similar player. A similar player. Well, what do you think of Cristiano Ronaldo, Nathan? Would you take Cristiano Ronaldo? I think my legs would give away if we bought Ronaldo. Is that a positive thing or a negative thing? I agree, he's selfish, but damn, it's Ronaldo. I mean, the thing about Ronaldo is the media impact would be huge, right? The media impact would be huge. The Instagram channel will go to 100 million in less than 150 million in less than 7 months. And also, the good thing about Cristiano Ronaldo is that he never gets injured, okay? He never gets injured. He does run a lot. He does do a lot of work. The only thing, again, is that Cristiano Ronaldo is just the center of attention is all on him. And players don't grow around him. Players just don't grow around. Players regress. The team regresses. And all the focus becomes on him. Even at 38, Ronaldo can still find the net better than Thiaw. Just saying. Okay. Saint-Maxime would be expensive, but very good. Saint-Maxime, yeah, he's definitely an interesting player, similar to Thiaw, that can provide those kind of players on the left. They have already spent 200 million. I think so. Maybe yes. Yeah. Saint-Maxime is a good shout out for sure. I hope Milan fans stop inflating Italian players like Calabria because he's not as good as they seem to sing his praises. Dest, a better upgrade. I don't know. I don't agree with that. Because Calabria, maybe technically Dest is better for sure, but Calabria has that spirit. He's got that energy, and he's got that fighting mentality. You know, sometimes that is more important than your tricks that you can do with your feet. So I don't know if I totally agree with that. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see what else is going on. I agree. Finding a replacement for Thiaw will not be that difficult. Milan would have done a good business if they sold Thiaw earlier to Chelsea. That money gives you max 3.4. Yeah, if they would have done it earlier, completely different. Calabria is our capitano. Dest is trash compared to Calabria. Noah Lang, by the way, was off. Well, Lille tried to get Noah Lang today, actually, but Brugge declined the offer. Dest is nowhere near as good as Calabria defense and on one-on-one. Defensively, obviously, Calabria is more of a defensive player. Dest is more of an offensive player. Yeah, for sure. I have never liked Calabria. He works hard, but he's not great. Perisic burned him every derby, and most quick wingers have an easy time with him. Yeah, look, there's a lot of different ideas regarding Calabria and whatnot. But okay, let's see what's going on here with the live updates. Guys, that would be crazy. If we sell Thiaw for 150 million and get Ronaldo, man, that would be insane. That would be so insane. That would be so crazy. Milan could have explored a move for Cristiano Ronaldo on deadline day if Rafael were to have headed for Chelsea, and he would have been open to the idea. A report from England has claimed. So this is coming in right now. By the way, guys, Vranckx has signed his contract at Casa Milan. So we do have our 3 players. Defender, Thiaw, Thiaw the defender, Vranckx the midfielder, Dest to replace Florenzi, really, but he probably can do more than just that. And then, guys, Visaga. Visaga now is going to be Cristiano Ronaldo. Huh? Cristiano Ronaldo seems to be Visaga. Okay, in the meantime, why don't we look at what's happening with Redbird and what these guys want to do with the team. Very interesting report about Cardinale and his plans. Do you guys think Cardinale can make this happen with CR7, guys? Let's see. Let me check what the poll is saying first, and then we'll get to that. And guys, if you have not, what are you waiting for? Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Guys, this is the last day of Milan news. Milan news will recommence in January, the 1st of January, but this is the last day. And tomorrow we're going to start a new show. A new All right, guys. Apologize for that. Apologize for that little technical BS. But can you guys hear me? Is the audio good? Lab Gorilla, what's up, Lab Gorilla? How you doing, my man? Ronaldo's not moving. Not even McDonald's. That's right. That's right. Okay, so let's see, guys. Keep on voting. Keep on voting. Let me know what you guys think about this potential move, Cristiano Ronaldo to Milan. I want to know. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think. All right, let's go to this article here. Let's find out what Cardinale is all about. Let's see. Let's see. The guy is already splashing the cash. Already made a big commitment. First thing Cardinale does, makes a commitment, 20 million for Dest. And offers to pay him 3.8 million a season. This guy's already throwing money around like it doesn't matter. Jerry Cardinale, look at him. Look at him. Don Cardinale, the mafia boss. Mafia boss Don Cardinale. Jerry Cardinale sends a letter to Milan employees. Our priority is simple. Okay, let's check this out. A statement on the club's official website yesterday confirmed the Redbird are the new owners of the club, completing the takeover from fellow American fund Elliott Management, meaning that Milan will enter yet another new era. As reported this morning by La Gazzetta dello Sport, Cardinale, the founder of Redbird and the man who will take the helm as the owner of the Rossoneri, wrote a letter to the employees of the club. Dear friends, I am pleased to tell you that today Redbird Capital has completed the acquisition of AC Milan. Our priority is simple: to achieve new successes on the pitch and have a sustainable business off it, it said. These are reassuring words given the exciting period that awaits Milan. The challenge on the pitch is to try and defend the Scudetto while going further in the Champions League. While away from the field, the new stadium project and the continued growth of revenues will be the target. Well, we're hearing this word again, sustainable. You know, some of you guys are allergic to this word. It has kind of given me a little bit of PTSD this summer transfer market. Guys, tomorrow we're going to do a stream grading the summer transfer market of not just AC Milan, but all the other teams. Honestly, I don't know what to think about it. I do not know what to think about it. We got a lot of players. We got Origi, you know, he's injured. He's injured. We have CDK, 35 million, 21 years old. Okay, so I was saying the players. Origi, pretty good. Pretty good player, but not a player that has been a superstar, right? Origi's not been a superstar. He's been a clutch player that has scored big goals, but he's never been a player that has really, made his mark as a 90-minute player every single game. But it is a good player, free transfer. CDK, 35 million, 21 years old, champion winner in Belgium, already in the national team. Already has the 2 years in the Champions League. Pretty good investment, 35 million. That is the marquee signing so far. Adli, player that we got last season. We like what we've been seeing from Adli. I like what I've been seeing from Adli. Pobega, I really liked him against Sassuolo. Dest, because of Florenzi, very technical player. Vranckx, 19 years old. Midfielder, is he the replacement for Kessie? We're going to find out. Thiaw, the defender replacing Romagnoli, 21 years old. So we got a lot of players. This market, we got a lot of players. But how do we feel about this market? I don't know, guys. I honestly don't know. I don't know what to feel about this market yet. The main reason is because all these players are so young that you don't know what they're going to do. You just have to expect that they will perform and they will have and they'll have big impacts, because this has been the story of this AC Milan. Young players that come in and they develop into champions, right? Benacer, Tonali, Teo Hernandez, Kalulu, Tomori, Calabria, Leao, you name them, and the list goes on. So it's still those kind of players. Young 21-year-olds, 20 years old, 19-year-olds. The only so-called veteran here is Origi, who is 27. I don't know, guys. Last market, I gave the Mercato 10 out of 10. Last summer. I gave the Mercato 10 out of 10 because last summer, the Mercato that we did last summer, for me, was good enough for us to win the Scudetto. And we did win the Scudetto. I don't know if I can give this Mercato 10 out of 10. Maybe because after winning the league, my expectations were too high. And maybe my mistake was having too high expectations after winning the league. But the team is still extremely competitive. The team still today is good enough to win the Scudetto again. And the team is more than capable this time around to go through the group stages of the Champions League. Actually, we should probably finish that group stages first. I mean, we don't have an excuse. So, guys, I want to know what you guys, how you rate this Mercato. 7 for Carlo Maretti. I'm torn about CR7. I hate his attitude, but I know he would bang the goals in. As long as we're playing CL, he should be happy. And let's be honest, we're kings in Europe, unlike Juventus. Yeah, honestly, if Chelsea puts in 150 million and Maldini says, okay, yes, so who are we to say anything? If Maldini says yes to 150 million, and that means that Mendes brings CR7 to us, again, guys, this is something that I had mentioned. Because Jerry Don Boss Mafia Cardinale is a guy that works in sports, the Yankees, LeBron James, Drake, blah, 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 blah. It is a political move for him to bring in players like CR7. This is how he makes his name in the world of football, European football. Yes, I signed CR7. My first summer market, my first hours, less than 24 hours being the owner of AC Milan, I brought CR7 under my wings. These are political moves for figures like Cardinale. So it is possible. Everything is possible. And if it happens, guys, it happens. But if it doesn't happen, I want to see Leao getting renewed because that will give me the confidence that this project not only develops champions, but they keep champions. And this is what we need to do in order to become a championship team. We need to keep our champions. Ciao Luigi, come siamo ragazzi? Forza Milan, hi Roy. What do you think the partnership with the Yankees imply? Well, so far we definitely know that it is a media partnership. The Yes Network, right? Probably the AC Milan brand is going to be associated to the Yankees brand commercially, you know, and from also from a media standpoint. But so far that's all I can think of. I don't know how in other ways they can be associated. But it has to be commercially, like as far as merchandise, as far as logos, branding, as far as, well, we know the Yes Network. Yes Network is something that we know for sure right now. The best option is to get an agreement with Chelsea to sell out 100 million plus in the winter mercato. This will give us to find 2 or 3 decent players. Yeah, possibly that can be a possibility. If we don't sell Leao right now, we need to renew him before the winter market. We need to renew him next week. Next week we need to renew Benacer and Leao. If Jerry Cardinale is going to let us know next week or in the next 2 weeks what he wants to do with Leao. Because if in 2 months, if in 1 month Leao is still not renewed, then guys, I don't know what's going to happen. Ronaldo documentary, Cristiano 24 Hours. Yeah, absolutely, man. The media stuff is going to be crazy. I see crossover merch like PSG and Jordan. Yeah, exactly. Sell Leao to Chelsea with Ziyech and Pulisic and some money like 40-45 million coming our way. I highly doubt Leao renews, especially since his agent flirted so much with Chelsea. Let's see. I would not personally do that, Ziyech and Pulisic. But it's a possibility, sure. It is definitely a possibility. Remember when Belotti was 100 million and Milinkovic-Savic 2? Now Belotti is free and Savic is half of that. Sometimes you got to take the money. I agree, man. I agree. Let's see. The thing is we got to replace these players with the right players. Okay, let's see what else we know about this takeover. There's more gems. Okay, let's go to this article here, which I found pretty interesting. By the way, guys, guess who Inter has signed? One of the best defenders that has ever graced a football pitch. Acerbi. Guys, Inter has signed Acerbi. Acerbi is officially with Inter right now. Incredible, huh? Incredible. All right, let's see what this is all about. Maldini and Scheiner to have vital roles at Milan under Redbird. Let's see what this is all about. La Repubblica reports this morning that with the arrival of Jerry Cardinale at the helm of the Rossoneri, 2 men in particular will acquire a central role. The first is the current technical director Paolo Maldini, and the other is Alec Scheiner. Let's call him Scheiner for now. Maldini should have the same powers as he has at the moment, but more strength when it comes to decision making. This is what Maldini wanted, right? He wanted more. He wanted to go through less levels of bureaucracy when it comes to decision makings. He has already had a meeting with Cardinale during which he illustrated to the new owner of Milan his idea of a team to improve every year with a key signing, like Charles de Kettler coup this summer. Scheiner, meanwhile, is a lawyer and the right-hand man of Cardinale. Ah, okay. So this guy is the new Gazidis, I guess. He will in all likelihood, well, no, I don't think he is, but he will in all likelihood have the delegation of strategies for increasing stadium revenues, a theme that will be central to Redbird's plans. The project development of new stadium should remain with the current president Paolo Scaroni, but it must be noted that Scheiner played a fundamental role in the construction of the AT&T Stadium, the $1.3 billion home of the Dallas Cowboys, which opened in 2009. Okay, guys. Remember, part of this takeover was an agreement that Cardinale was going to build a stadium for Milan. And in the process of building that stadium, Cardinale has also committed to 500 extra million that goes in the bank of Elliott. It's all part of a deal. Guys, our future is looking good. Today, our future is looking good. In this current moment, our future is looking very good. Very, very good. All right, let's see if there are any updates on the Mercato. Vranckx and Dest at Casemiro to sign their contracts. Signed and sealed. Okay, nothing new yet. Nothing new yet. Guys, let's spend 2 minutes on international or Serie A. Let's see what's going on in Serie A. So I'm going to go to Gazzetta dello Sport. Okay, so United signed, well, Anthony, we know that. But they also signed another player called Martin Dubravka, goalkeeper. Monza signed Gabriele Ferrarini, fullback. Akpro, don't know who this guy is, goes from Lazio to Empoli. Willian goes to Fulham. Ethan Ampadu, winger of Chelsea, goes to Spezia. Wow, Armando Izzo is going to go to Monza. Lazio gets to Sana Fernandez. Aunas, guys, Aunas. Wow. This player here, guys, this guy is good. Aunas is good. Aunas goes to Lille. Aunas just goes to Lille, guys. 2.5 million. 2.5 million, that's all he cost? Why didn't we get him? For 2.5 million, we could have gotten Aunas. Guys, Aunas costs only 2.5 million. That's crazy. Diallo, guys, the player that we were linked with, goes to Leipzig. He said that he wasn't convinced of the AC Milan project. I guess he's convinced of the Leipzig project. Well, he can go and screw himself. Navas stays at PSG. He's not going to Napoli. Kurzawa goes to Fulham. Nastasic from Fiorentina goes to Mallorca. Verdi goes to Verona. You guys remember Verdi, right? Ex-AC Milan goes to Verona. Caramo, interesting player. Florian Grilic goes to Ajax. Guys. Milan official Vranckx. Arsenal about to sign Douglas Luiz. Trying to sign Douglas Luiz. A player, another midfielder that we are linked with. Arsenal is putting 29 million on the table. Depay is being contested by Real Sociedad, Seville, and Marseille. Kluivert goes to Gattuso, Valencia. There you go, guys. So a little bit of updates on what's going on around the world of football. It's going to be crazy, guys. It's going to be crazy. Balotelli to Sion, guys. Are you ready to see CR7 in AC Milan? Origi fully recovered. Rebic a little behind via Anto Vitiello. Thank you for the update, Romario. Douglas, we definitely need these players because Giroud can't hold that line by himself at his age. So this is good news. Origi is back. I feel there's already an agreement with Chelsea for Lyon in January, as Mendes really discussed Leao with Chelsea. You can replace Leao with Sassuolo Traoré. Really? You rate Traoré the same as you rate Leao? That's big. That's big. Okay, let's see, guys. We have more or less 1 hour left till the end of the Mercato. We're going to be following the Mercato. We're going to be following it. Let's see what happens, guys. If I were to take a guess, I say that it's going to stay the way it is. Can I change my vote? I voted yes, but I don't want CR7. Well, you can vote no. You can change your vote yes. As an Indian fan of AC Milan, need Cristiano Ronaldo because he brings his fan base in India. Out of 100, only 10, 20 people know football. Only know the name of AC Milan because it's 2012, 2021. Okay, I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, that's the thing about Ronaldo. Like everybody that guys, Ronaldo is the #1 social media personality in the world, right? So Ronaldo is an industry. Wherever Ronaldo goes, millions and millions of people follow. Roy, how much do you rate Serie A commentary? In English, I give it a 2, a 3. In Italian, I give it a 10. Italian commentary of the Serie A is unbelievable. It's amazing. Super technical, super involved. The emotions are great. The guys there that do the commentary in Italian are so freaking talented. But the guys that do it in English are just, it feels like they don't want to be there. I 100% know that Leao go for free if you don't sold today. Well, you don't know that. We don't know that. As an Algerian, it makes me very angry to see Anas leave Toledo for half the price of Messias. I know, man. Like, isn't that crazy? Anas, only 2.5 million? I mean, that player kicks ass. That player is so solid. It looks like a player that we should have gone for. 2.5 million, that's outrageous. If CR7 comes to Milan, can you imagine the shirt sales? Yeah, it's going to go crazy. Shirt sales, TV deals, Netflix, craziness. Stadium full every game. Guys, by the way, the derby is coming up. Milan is playing at home. It's going to be a home game. San Siro, of course, whether it is going to be mostly Milan fans. We have seen this year so far that when you go at home and play against Milan, when you play against Milan at the San Siro, you're not playing against 11 players, you're playing against 70,000 players. I get a feeling that San Siro this year is going to be a fortress. Outside of the San Siro, so far, not so good, right? 2 ties. But I want to talk a little bit about that, guys. I want to face that conversation too. The tie against Sassuolo, the tie against Atalanta. Because something is changing. Something is changing, guys, which is positive, but it also is an indication that we kind of need to wake up, right? Let's get into that before we get into more talk about... I have more stuff here about Jerry Cardinale and the takeover, but I want to talk a little bit about the football right now. Let's talk about the situation with Milan and the teams that Milan is facing away, right? Especially these 2 teams, Sassuolo and Atalanta. Guys, 2 teams that for the past 10 years, every time they have played Milan with open football. Hands down, ready for the knockout. But guys, a big change is happening this year. Milan is not being looked at this team of youngsters that anybody can beat anymore. Now they're looking at Milan as champions of Italy because that's who they are, and they're scared of Milan. Sassuolo has never played a closed game against Milan, ever. I've never seen Sassuolo play a closed game against Milan, a low block. I've never seen Atalanta play a low block against Milan. So now they're starting to respect Milan. And guys, this is the thing about it. Pioli, and this is something you can get from Chiara. Chiara had an interview. Let me see if I can find that interview from Chiara. Chiara had a post-match interview against Sassuolo, which kind of was very enlightening about the situation. Let's see if I can find it. What does he say? Chiara said that he was very surprised on the approach that Sassuolo took, right? But if Chiara says that he was very surprised on the approach Sassuolo took, that means the whole team was surprised. That means that the coach was surprised. Because if Chiara said, yeah, we knew Sassuolo was going to do that, that's because the coaches and the guys that prepare the game, the analysts and the tacticians, etc., they would have told guys, okay, they would have prepared a game in which they would have anticipated Sassuolo playing a low block. But Chiara said he was surprised that they played a low block, meaning the team did not prepare for a game that was going to be played that way. So now all of a sudden there's a big shift in how teams are playing against Milan. These teams that used to come and face us like we were any other team, they're not doing that anymore. So now Milan has to change its approach. Milan now is a champion team. Milan now is a team that teams in Serie A fear. They're not going to open up for us. These teams are not going to open up for us. And it's very strange. And so far, they've gotten the points off of us, right? Atalanta's got 2 points off of us. Sassuolo got 2 points off of us. So very interesting change, right, in dynamics from this season and last season. They're starting to fear us. They're not going to play open football against us anymore. All the teams are going to close up shop. They're going to try the counterattack. They're going to send a few players up top, but it's going to be low blocks. So now Pioli has to change his approach to the games, right? He has to prepare the games knowing that these teams are not going to play like they did against us the way they played last year. They're going to close up shop. That was very interesting that Chiara said that he was surprised. That he was surprised that Sassuolo played that way. Let me see if I can find that article. Now, against Inter, I don't think Inter is afraid of AC Milan. Rather, Inter is going to not change the way they play to play against us. Inter has a lot of quality in the midfield, so the story of the Milan-Inter games has been that Inter usually dominate the first 70 minutes, and then when the changes come in, we get better once they start to make their changes, because of the quality goes down for Inter once they start to make those changes. Let's see this season how it is. We still need to find out. We still need to find out how the team is going to respond to a team like Inter. Obviously, I'm expecting Giroud to start probably again. CDK, attacking midfield, Leao. Let's see who's on the right wing. Probably Messias or Salamakers is going to start. I don't think Dest is going to start right away. If the midfield is probably most likely going to be Bennacer, Tonali. And the defense is going to be Theo Hernandez, Tomori, Kalulu, and Calabria goalkeeper Mike Maignan. So the usual formation. It's going to be the usual formation, but the approach is going to be the interesting factor. We're going to need a lot of charisma, a lot of personality, and we're going to need to be effective. One thing that we have not been, especially when we face low block teams, you have to be effective. You have to be effective when you face low block teams, right? You have to take your chances. You have to. Your offensive players need to be effective. So it is very important that Giroud takes the chances that he takes, that they feed Giroud. Let's see how CDK, if he starts, how he starts against a team like Inter. That's going to be a big test for him. It's going to be a big test for the team. Definitely a big test for the team. Anyway, guys, I wanted to share that situation with Chiara. When I find it, we'll go through it. But again, Chiara was surprised at how Sassuolo approached the game, right? There's a shift happening. It's going to be very interesting. All right, guys, someone asked me earlier about the partnership between Redbird, New York Yankees, and Milan. So there's an article about it. Let's see what it says. The $1.2 billion takeover was fully completed today. Confirmed that the deal will also see Yankees Global Enterprise, YGE, owner of the New York Yankees of Major League Baseball, enter into a strategic partnership with the club with a minority equity stake. Yankee Global Enterprises, LLC, is an American limited liability company which owns the New York Yankees along with the broadcast company Yes Network and a 20% stake in New York City FC soccer team. Guys, so you see, it's all these sport companies are owning Milan. It's not Elliott. This is not Elliott. Elliott is a vulture fund. Guys, this is going to be completely different from Elliott. Yes, sustainability. Yes, smart maneuvers in the market. Don't overspend here. Don't do stupid things like some of these other clubs do. But now it's a sports organization. Now it's sports institutions that are going to be directing Milan towards the future. It was formed in 1999 and it is controlled by the family of George Steinbrenner. Redbird knows the Yankees and the Steinbrenner family well, having been in a partnership for years. In fact, Don Mafia boss Jerry Cardinale's fund are co-owners of the Yankees Entertainment Sports Yes Network. So it's all a big network of rich guys putting their money together, which is the most watched regional sports network in the United States. There you go. On the partnership with YGE, Cardinale insisted that the relationship with the Yankees and with Yes can open more avenues to greater increase the exposure of the club's brand in Italy. Yes, through merchandise, through media, through social media, and all the platforms of the modern era. We have a multi-decade relationship with the New York Yankees and the Steinbrenner family that has resulted in the creation of some of the most successful businesses in sports, entertainment, and hospitality, he said. We're very pleased to continue our partnership with them, and we will look to explore opportunities together to broaden our fan reach and expand commercial opportunities that are only available to franchises that operate at the highest level of sports globally. Guys, there is no bigger institution than the Yankees. I think the Yankees and Real Madrid were by Forbes considered the two biggest sport institutions in the world. So now, guys, we are with the big boys. Milan is on its way to become one of the biggest clubs in the world. This has to be the goal. We have to become what we always meant to be, Real Madrid. We have to surpass Real Madrid and be the #1 club. It's in our destiny. It's in our DNA. This is a team of champions. This is a team of winners. We did not build our DNA by trying to win the derby against Lazio, like Roma built their DNA trying to win a freaking derby. We built our DNA being the #1, not in Italy, not in Europe, in the world. And what a better way to do this in collaboration with who is already there at the top. So very good stuff. Very good stuff. We're going to be the Liverpool of Italy. Hopefully better, yeah. I would give them my house for Yankees x ASP. That's hilarious. Elliott is a hedge fund where profit is everything. They don't care about emotions, just money. Redbird and company are actual investors that create a worldwide product. Absolutely. The New York Yankees logos is so recognizable. Yeah. And imagine if now they can do the same thing with the AC Milan logo. Yeah. The AC Milan logo. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how their work pays off. Guys, by the way, if you have not, smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button if you are a Milanista and you really want to see Inter get their ass kicked. If you want to see Inter get their ass kicked on the weekend, smash that like button. Do the smashing of the liking. It's good for your soul. It's good for your energy. It's good, it's good, it's good. Put CR7 in that penalty box and they won't be sitting back anymore. What do you mean by that? Put CR7, they won't be sitting back anymore. Yes Network will be doing presentations of Milan games. I don't know if that means they'll fully air the games. So far from what I read, yes, they are going to air the games. But maybe not. We'll check. No to selling Leao. Only renewal. We gave up too easily on our players. Just look at Aubameyang, for example. We need to keep our gems. Gavin, I'm 100% with you on this one. I'm 100% with you. I'm 100% with you. I would rather renew Leao. Cristiano Ronaldo is tempting. It is very tempting. But I would rather renew Rafael Leao. Roy, any updates on Rebic? Did he recover from the hard sneeze injury? No, he has not recovered. Guys, Rebic, there's something wrong with Rebic's composure. I don't know what's happening inside his DNA, his genetics. His genetic build is very strange. He gets a little scratch and he's gone forever. But Origi had just an inflammation, and I think someone in chat earlier said that he's back. I'm sure it has been reported somewhere. We'll see it. We'll find it. Ah, there you go. There you go. Just on time. Just on time. According to what is being reported by Milan News, the agency in which Vitiello works, Vitiello, the #1 AC Milan journalist, Very reliable journalist. Today, the team continued the work in Milanello in preparation for the match against the Nerazzurri, and Origi, after the inflammation that kept him out against Sassuolo, returned to training with the squad. Rebic instead continued with his custom work. Origi gathered a bit of reputation as being the man for the big occasions while at Liverpool, given his 6 goals against Everton in the Merseyside derby. Wait, he scored 6 goals in one game? I don't know. Or maybe in total? So he'll be very much looking forward to a clash against city rivals. I guess in his career he scored 6 goals against Everton, not in one game. But there you go. Origi available. Rebic now. A hard sneeze, guys. Hard sneeze, blew his back out. So how much longer till Mercato ends, guys? Exactly. We have exactly 1 hour. 1 hour and 4 minutes. Roy, that's when you were talking about Sassuolo sitting back. CR7 is too dangerous in the box, even when marked. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about that a little bit. If CR7 were to play, first of all, does he play on the left or does he play as a center forward? I mean, in a 4-2-3-1, he can't be the third guy. He can't be. He has to play as a center forward. So that means you can put Origi on the left, Rebic on the left. Origi goes back to the left. But the game would just be all centered towards Ronaldo. Never knows. Pioli said Origi was better. Yeah, Rebic is cursed. We got Lucas in the house. Bruh, I never banned anyone, so I might just culprit for no reason. My RossonARI TV career in a nutshell. No, guys, listen, we're going to go back. We're going to reinstate the mods, but people are getting banned without our consent. Okay? Last night I went through, because I can see who gets banned. We have that option on our YouTube channel. We can see who's getting banned. Actually, Lucas, you were banned. You got banned. Someone banned you. And there's a whole lot of other people that are regulars here that were banned. And you're not allowed to do that. Whoever it is, I don't know who it is. I'm not pointing the finger at anybody. But you're not allowed to do that stuff, guys. You're not allowed to do that. CR7 has been a striker since Zidane moved in that role. Yeah, I mean, right now, that's the only thing he can be, really. A center forward, a striker, yeah. Rebic farts and he blows his back. Yeah, Inter signed Acerbi. Andon in the house. What's up? Petrovsky. Hello, guys. Hope you're having a great day. What's up, my friend? How's it going? Bro, our club is already worldwide. Everyone knows AC Milan. My dad, who knows nothing about football teams, just basic, told me to pick Milan Josie over Madrid. Good on your dad. Good on your dad. I like your dad. Well done. Mercato estivo chiuso in entrata per Juventus, AC Milan, Roma, Napoli, Inter. Calciomercato, Schira. Is it done, guys? Is it over? Is the market done? Let's go to Gazzetta dello Sport. Let's go to the Gazzetta. I think we still have 1 hour, though. I think there's still 1 hour. But I think that these teams, there's no more operations. All their operations are finished. The market is still open for another hour, I believe. It closes at 8, yeah. I don't think we would be crazy enough to sell now and get CR7. I mean, yeah, that would be absolutely insane. It closes at 8. I think there's still an hour, but Skita is saying no more arrivals. I mean, yeah, guys, I think it is a logical conclusion to think that. But anything is possible. Anything is possible. By the way, talking about the other clubs, Inter, yeah, they signed Acerbi. It looks like Skriniar is staying, so Skriniar will be playing against us on Saturday. Juventus signed Paredes. Guys, they're paying Paredes 7 million. 7 million. Wow, insane. CR7 is a good finisher, of course, but selling Leao and getting a player about to retire isn't the best idea. Any young rising talent nowadays worth at least 80, 100 million. Leao is a player to keep. I 100% agree, guys. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. All right, let's see if there are any updates. Any updates on the market? Let's see if... guys, check it out. Here we go. Longo, the man that earned his respect this summer. Guys, bad news for some of you. Bad news for some of you. This is a heartbreaker. This is a heartbreaker. Longo, Milan gave up on Chelsea winger 20 days ago, but Barcelona man will boost the right side. AC Milan have not been pursuing a deal for Hakim Ziyech with Chelsea for nearly 3 weeks, putting to bed any chances of late drama. Throughout deadline day thus far, there have been many fans speculating that there could be a late twist involving Ziyech, given that he has been extensively linked to Milan. According to what is being reported by Daniele Longo, who was the first one to say that we had 50 million for the market, and other reports that came out true, Milan in fact decided to give up Ziyech 20 days ago. And it has been more or less, I wouldn't say 20 days, but it has been a long time since we haven't spoken about Ziyech. And as a result, we cannot expect any last-minute drama involving the Moroccan. In the end, it seems that the chances were killed when Junior dos Santos, Brasileiro, Campeón del Mundo, Messias, was brought on a permanent deal, coupled with the fact few or even zero offers arrived for Alexis Salamakers. Actually, there is a report about that were worthy of being accepted. However, he adds that Serginho Dest will come in from Barcelona to strengthen not only the right back, but also further up the pitch. So guys, this is a heartbreaker for some of you, huh? This is a heartbreaker for some of you. I'm sure some of you guys are heartbroken by this news. Roy, who's better, Romagnoli or Acerbi? Well, Romagnoli is better than Acerbi. But they're both similar, I think. They're both similar. They're not our problems anymore. Let's put it that way. Sign CR7 on loan and keep Leao. That's difficult. Very difficult. So this was the news I got in the last hour. Yeah. I was so surprised by the Dest signing. I think this is a low-key signing that has a huge potential to be a very good signing, similar to Thiaw signing. Yeah, the parallels are there, right? Barcelona, Real Madrid, 21 years old. Both of them very skillful, very talented. But this one is a loan, while Theo Hernandez, I think, was a straight-up purchase. Roy, we're going for the 3-5-2. Let's go Leao and Origi Giroud on top. I saw that report, guys, but I don't know if Pioli's going to do that. Maybe he is. I haven't seen Pioli dabble too much in different formations. I think he likes to always start with the 4-2-3-1. But that 4-2-3-1 becomes essentially a 3-1-5-1. That's what he did against Sassuolo. That's what he did against all the games so far. Actually, the second half of the Sassuolo, it was a pure 4-2-3-1. So Messi and Salah till May. Messi and Salah till May, guys. Messias. What do you guys think about this? Let's go to this, guys. I know this is going to upset some of you guys, but I'm going to do it anyway. Salamakers has struggled for form over the past few months and has been forced to settle for a rotation role with Junior Messias on the right side of the 4-2-3-1 that Stefano Pioli likes to field, having been guaranteed starter before the arrival of the Brazilian. Calciomercato.com, where Longo works, reports that Salamakers wants to regain centrality in the project at Milan, and that is why he never considered the idea of leaving the club in the current Mercato. This summer, some inquiries arrived from German clubs, but for the Belgian, he has seen no other future than one with the Rossoneri. Now it will be up to the former Anderlecht man to prove that he deserves a spot in the first-choice starting lineup with some better performances on the field. The slander and the hatred for Salamakers these past days has been insane, guys. Insane. I wish this man the best of luck. That's all I can say about that. God, I have to watch Messias and Silence of the next Meracto. I think you're gonna have to watch them for more than just that. I think you're gonna have to watch them for more than just that. Yes, I believe Dest will be pushed to be right winger rather than defender. I think he can do that as well. Yeah, absolutely. Make it tier level tomorrow of all this. Yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow, guys. Oh yeah, I was saying this earlier. So Milan news ends today with the ending of the Mercato, and we're starting a new show tomorrow, which is going to be more dedicated to the current players, to the current situations involving the Redbird and the competition, guys. Competition. We have a big game against Inter coming up. Then we have the Champions League, guys. Champions League against Salzburg Tuesday, right away. Not even time to sit down and smoke a cigarette. We're already in the Champions League. Surprise Cardinale hasn't tried to get Pulisic in the last 24 hours. Who knows? Maybe they actually have. Who knows? But I definitely see Cardinale trying to pull off these kind of signings for the American market. I don't know if there's a connection between Dest, him being American, and Jerry Cardinale. It could be. It could be. DOA7 says he's shit. I feel sorry for Salamandra. Me too. Me too. For me, Salah Messias, he should start. I think Salamakers should start. But like, listen, I've never seen Salamakers as the player that is supposed to score goals, make assists. From day one, I understood how Pioli used him. So for me, I never judged him as an offensive right winger. He's essentially a box-to-box player that starts in the right wing position, and he helps the team with possession. Filtered possession, and he helps the team with cover. So I've never judged him as an offensive winger because he's never been that. He didn't come to Milan as an offensive winger. He came to Milan as a right back. And then Pioli adapted him to that role as this hybrid box-to-box attacking right midfield player. So I have no issue with Salamakers, guys. You're never going to find any hatred here from me from Salamakers. I like the player. I think I was very happy with how he helped us win a Scudetto. He helped us get second place. But the slander for Salamakers is going to go on forever. Whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. Forza Salamandra, getting too much hate for no reason. I hope he stays for a long time. We need players like him. For me, Salah is over Messias. He should start. I still feel that Salah have some hidden talents. I hope Pioli can use him in a new profile to get the best out of them. But currently, Salah is really bad. Christo says Salah over Messias. Salah looks like 14-year-old boy who play with big boys. Again, guys, I don't judge him for his offensive play. But he's not. But anyway, we already know this. I think it's just beating on a dead horse. All right, let's see if there are any updates. Any updates on the Mercato? 1 hour less than 1 hour left, guys. Less than 1 hour left. Let's see if Gazzetta dello Sport has any updates. At this point, I don't believe anything crazy is going to happen. I don't believe anything crazy is going to happen. 50 minutes to go, and then this Mercato is done. What a wild summer, guys. This has been a wild summer. A wild summer indeed. A wild summer indeed. All right, let's see if there are any updates on Gazzetta dello Sport. Let's see. Como Mete goes to Cremonese, guys. Remember Mete? Yeah, Mete goes to Cremonese. There you go. Fiorentina gets to... Oh, Milan bought a player for the Primavera, actually. Let's look at that. Milan did get a player for the Primavera. There he is. Let's talk about him a little bit. Actually, Milan got a bunch of players for the Primavera these past few days. Di Marzio, Milan complete signing of teenage defender from Bari. Here he goes. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, Milan have secured the signing of the 17-year-old defender Vincenzo Rana from Bari, who will join the youth sector. Milan also completed the signing of Darius Stalmak from Górnik Zabrze in Poland for the Primavera. It was confirmed earlier today. He's just 6 years old and has already made 3 senior appearances this season. So Milan bolstering the Primavera. We definitely need the Primavera. We also got another defender a few days ago. We also got another defender a few weeks ago from Roma, but as we reported in other streams, he had an issue with his eye, had to do an operation, out for 6 months. California. I love Chicago. Chicago is the most beautiful city in America. The most beautiful city in America. Piontek to Salernitana, guys. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane? Piontek to Salernitana. Don't get me wrong, Salah should stay and he's an excellent rotational player, but would I want a more clinical player as a right wing? Yes. Absolutely, guys. Nobody is debating that. The more options, solutions you have, the better it is. The better it is. Okay, let's go back to the live feed. Incomings closed. One journalist is reporting that Milan's incoming market is closed after the signings on Vranckx, Dest are announced. And this is Schira, right? Nicolò Schira. Mercato estivo chiuso in entrata per Juve, Milan, Roma, Napoli e Inter. Calciomercato. Let's see, guys. We shall find out. This has to mean that Don Cardinale is going to be renewing okay. Let's check this article out. Very interesting article. Let's talk a little bit about the new ownership. Yeah, I think that Thiaw will be renewed and we got nothing to worry about. Redbird Capital Partners. New revenues, a stadium, and Bayern Munich's model. What Milan can expect from Redbird. Milan News, Vitiello's agency, reports that it was an operation conducted by Jerry Cardinale, the founder of Redbird, but one which involves... Wait, hold on. AC Milan, blah, blah, blah. That involves large American investors such as New York Yankees, the Main Street Advisors Groups, and others. What should Milan expect from their new owners? Firstly, their plan is to continue the good work done by Elliott. And by the way, guys, big hand goes to Elliott. I mean, I know we criticized them. We wanted to see big signings. We wanted to see, you know, a little bit more enthusiasm in the market from them. But the truth is that Elliott fixed this club. Elliott took a broken club, fixed it, and now sold it to what seems to be a very promising new ownership. So Elliott has cemented themselves in the history of this club in a very positive way. Elliott will not be remembered in a negative way. Elliott will be remembered as the hedge fund that takes countries for collateral, by the way, that fixed Milan and helped Milan get back on top. We won a Scudetto under the Elliott management. That's unbelievable. By only spending 70 million net, guys. 70 million net on the market. That's all we spent, and we won a damn Scudetto with children. With children, pretty much. All right. Firstly, their plan is to continue the good work done by Elliott in cleaning up the accounts with the aim to further expand the RossonARI's brand in the world and to unlock further revenues. Then there is the vision of a new stadium, which could take place independently from Inter, hopefully, in the area of San Sesto Giovanni, where the former Falks steelworks were. Cardinale has already visited the site in recent months and believes it to be a good location. As mentioned, the goal is to increase brand power, which then increases revenues, which will be reinvested into the first team and improving all the infrastructure of the club. To be further competitive in Italy and in Europe, Milan need more money coming into having greater spending power in the transfer market. The model to follow is that of Liverpool or Bayern Munich, and not either PSG or Man City or Newcastle, because the latter two have immeasurable wealth. By the way, guys, I was checking this sheet with all the richest clubs. Newcastle has a net worth of 300 billion. Inter has 6 billion. 6 billion. Newcastle 300 billion. I don't know what this means for the future, but 300 billion. Anyway, because the latter two have immeasurable wealth, whereas to Milan, new owner money matters and has an important value. This does not mean that in the future, when Milan are back among the elite in terms of revenues, that we'll still say no to making big money signings, though. But for now, the youth project will remain the focus. And that's the thing. Like, we don't need to make these crazy signings. All we need to do is to do what we have been doing. Get these young players, develop them into champions, and then keep them. That's it. We don't need to spend 70 million on Isaac, 80 million on this guy, 200 million on that guy, 400 million on this guy. All we need to do is keep the players that we develop, make them into champions. That's it. That's it. All right, let's go to chat. Bakayoko has decided to terminate the contract with Milan, guys. We have some breaking news. Who would save a large part of the salary? Yes, he was getting a good chunk of money, for sure. Now it is a race against time, anything but taken for granted. The procedures, considering that Chelsea are also involved, are longer than normal. Very interesting. By the way, Cardinale will be at Derby della Madonnina. Do you think this is good? Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he's the owner now, so he should definitely be more present, right? And that's a big change is going to be this time around. We're going to see the ownership in pictures. We're going to see more. We're going to see interviews. He's going to want to put his face in a lot of the Milan successes, because for him it's politics. Sports is his business. So the more he shows his face, the more he shows his presence, the more he will grow. His company will grow. And it is in his interest to do that. Something that we did not see from Elliot, which I liked, by the way. I liked the fact that Elliot was in the background, in the shadow realm. I like that. So it's going to be similar to Berlusconi in a way. We're going to see a lot of Cardinale. Roy, do you want us to win the league every season like Bayern does? Of course, I would love to win the league every season. Listen, I've said this a million times. People think, I don't know, people take this the wrong way. For me, Milan, the minimum goal is to make top 4 every single year. Because you can't win every single year. Not in Serie A in this current moment. Maybe if we were like Juventus, where all the other teams were inexistent and going through financial troubles and just terrible management. But right now, Inter's competitive, Juve's competitive, Napoli, Roma, they're all competitive. So we cannot win the Scudetto every year. We have to win it again this year. But if you don't win the Scudetto, you have to make the top 4. Because if you don't make the top 4, then you're regressing. But if you make the top 4, and let's say you don't win the Scudetto, you don't regress. You're still moving forward. Because you still have that Champions League. First of all, you can still win the Champions League. And that's what Milan needs to do, win the Champions League. If you don't make the top 4, you can't win the Champions League. So that's the main goal. Every single year, the minimum goal has to be top 4. And if you can win the Scudetti as many times as possible, then great. The thing is that Serie A is not the Bundesliga. Serie A is not Ligue 1. You cannot win the Scudetto every year. Juventus got lucky. Juventus got lucky because we were owned by some freaking idiots. No disrespect to Fassone, Mirabelli, and their management, the Yonggong Lee. But they spent more money than anybody. As a matter of fact, we are in the top 10 clubs in the last 20 years that have spent the most money because of that stupid-ass management. They just threw money away on useless players, on a useless project, with no ideas, no organization. That allowed Juventus to win 9 Scudettis in a row. Inter was going through their situation. Tohir, I think was his name, blah, blah, blah. Napoli does not have the history, the heritage to compete against Juve. Juve got lucky. That's it. Juve just got lucky that they found themselves healthy in a period where Inter and Milan were not healthy. But right now, all of us are healthy, more or less. So Milan is not going to be able to win the Scudetto every year, guys. I'm sorry to tell you that. But we can be in the top 4 every single year. And we need to win as many Scudettos as possible because we have a team to win it, and we need to believe we can win it every year, and we need to fight to win it every single year. This year we believe we can win it, and we need to fight to win it. But to say we're just going to win it like this and everybody else doesn't exist, it's not realistic. It's not realistic. But what is realistic? Making top 4 every single freaking year. If you don't finish top 4, the team fails. It crumbles. It crumbles. Nobody wants to come to a team that plays in. Nobody serious wants to come to a team that plays the Europa League. And we are a Champions League team. We need to play in the Champions League every year because we need to make the Champions League our bitch, like it used to be. Like it used to be. Okay. Elliot, help us be champions. They are one of the best things to happen after Berlusconi. No need to hate them. We should be grateful. 100%, Andon. 100%. And you're right in the wrongs done by Berlusconi sending us to Young Lee. We had it hard for a few years. Absolutely. How many points out of 10 do you guys give this Mercato? I don't know. We're going to do a stream about that tomorrow. I'm going to really think about it. We're going to really analyze this Mercato tomorrow. Roy, since we're talking about the Mercato, what is a transfer AC Milan should make? What is your dream signing? Okay, my dream signings. Good question. My dream signings. All right, this is a little bit of a cliche answer. My dream is to see us renew our champions, first of all, like Leao, like Benacer, and everybody else. That is the first thing. But if there are other players out there that are on the market right now, I gotta say Nkunku. Nkunku's on the market. Nkunku did not leave. He's still there on the market. So I guess Nkunku could be a very interesting player. But we already got CDK for that position. Nkunku could be an interesting player. I guess we need to find the next big center forward, right? I think that's the next step. We need to figure out who the next big center forward is in the world of football and try and get him. Who is it? Who do you guys think it is? Who is the next Haaland? Who is the next Lewandowski? Who is the next Suarez? Who is the next, I don't know, whatever, whoever, Van Basten? Who is the next guy? I think that's who we need to figure out. Who is that player? And we need to bring him to AC Milan. Maybe preferably before he explodes. Can you guys give me some names? I can't think of anybody right now, off the top of my head. But that should be, I think, Milan's priority. Find the next big center forward. Find the next guy that can score you 25, 30 goals a season. You know, who is that guy? Who is the next Haaland? There's always a next Haaland. There's always a next Van Basten. There's always a next big player. Who is it? Who is it? Vicha Veraskiglia could have been a great opportunity for the left wing. But we have Leao. If we renew Leao, then Vicha is Vicha. We lost that opportunity before he's going. We should have taken him before he was going to explode. But it's too late. Right now, the priority is renewing Leao. So who is the next big center forward? Who is it? You tell me, guys. You tell me. Because right now in my head, I can't think of it. I can't think of the next big center forward that is available. Right? Vlahovic is at Juve. Osimhen maybe could have been one, but he's at Napoli. In England, the guys in England are impossible to get. If you're a big center forward in England, you're stuck there unless Real Madrid is going to put 200 million. PSG has Mbappe. He's not really a center forward, but who is it, guys? You tell me. 7 out of 10 Mercato with quality right wing would have been 10 out of 10. There you go. If a player is worth 20 million, Newcastle pay the triple price, 60 million, and yes, and we don't want to do that for sure. Ciao Alex, come stiamo ragazzi? Hopefully you're doing great. Forza Milan, Ahmed. Origi looks back for the Inter game. Yeah, we covered that, absolutely. For me, it is 6.5 out of 10. Good right wing and first choice DM would have been 10 out of 10. Carlo Moretti, facts. Yangon League gave millions of people PTSD. Yeah, that's true. Sesko. Ah, interesting name. Interesting name, Sesko. A lot. I've been hearing a lot of good things about him. Yeah. Some big teams were after him. Look at Xavi Simone on God. He's good at PSV. What do you mean on God? Xavi Simo. Okay, so two people saying that name. Aha! I love Ricky M's answer. Man, I freaking love your answer, bro. I think the Canadian dude from Lille, Jonathan David, yeah, he's got a lot of goals. He's up there in the top 10 youngsters that has scored the most goals. Jonathan David is a good shout out for sure. This answer here, freaking amazing. Francesco Camarda, maybe, maybe. Let's see. It's Lazetic. Let's see. Lazetic so far has maybe not shown everything that he can do. Let's see, maybe. Francesco Camarda already a champion, under 16, under 15 for Milan. His numbers are out of this world in his category. Let's see. Roy would be your first choice once or if Pioli leaves, and there is the number 9 in Brazil called Pedro is killing it. Keep an eye on him. Brazil, guys, always has top superstars. You know, Brazil produces the best players in the world. So whoever the best next Brazilian is, that's who Milan should get. Yeah, 100%. The next great forward will reveal himself in World Cup, then we sign him. Hopefully, absolutely. Rocco Simic, not familiar with him. I think Zlatan Ibrahimovic is next best. Yeah, his a son. Mario Paniccia says 5 out of 10. Nonsense Mercato. Bought kids where we need senior and seniors where we needed a younger promise. You know what? I kind of like. Okay, I won't give it a 5, but I understand what you're saying, and I kind of feel that way. That's why I can't really put my finger on a rating, because these players are so young. It's like you don't know what they're going to produce. You can only imagine. You don't have a point of reference. But you know, I'm not complaining either. Ray, what do you think about Salah as right back and Dest as right wing? It is an option, for sure. It is an option you can use, no doubt about it. Every top team in Serie A has a goleador except Milan, but do we really need it? Maybe Origi and Giroud together can do the job. What do you think of Origi? I mean, Origi has never been a goleador. I did not expect him to be one. I think he's not going to score many goals. I think, yeah, Origi and Giroud are going to share those goals. Origi's history has been what it is. You know, he scored big goals in big games, but he's not scored many goals in the course of the season. But it's a good signing for free, guys. We should have gotten Alvarez before City did. Yeah, he wanted to join. I think, this is just my speculation, guys, nothing else. This is just a speculation. Alvarez, being Argentinian, did not want to come to Milan because of Elliot. Elliot's in Argentina. There's a lot of beef between that company and that country. I think there's a lot of bad blood there, especially with Elliot. Freaking, I don't know what the situation is now, but at a certain point, Argentina asked for a loan to Elliot. The collateral was the Navy. I mean, Elliot owns. I'm not going to say too much about it because I don't know what the situation is. This is just a speculation, nothing else. Roy, if a woman stares at an image of Zlatan for long enough, can she get pregnant? Yeah, probably. Xavi Simons, Jonathan David, CDK, and Ritz are big prospects. Okay. I'm not familiar with Simons or Ritz. I'll check him out. Roy, we have a point of reference. That's Maldini. He knows. Yeah, he definitely does. Giroud is a great striker, but in our team is underused because we don't know how to serve him from the sides. And that is a good point, too. Especially in this last game. You know, when we did the player rating for Giroud, it's like I can't give Giroud high ratings, but I don't want to give him low ratings because Giroud is a player that needs the service of the assist man. The assist man is Leao and Diaz and Theo Hernandez. In our team, those are the 3 main assist men in that game. And those 3 players failed Giroud against Sassuolo. They should have provided them with better service, but whatever. It's okay. It's just one game, guys. Just one game. Gabriel Jesus, mark my words. Look at what he's doing, given a little faith in him. Gabriel Jesus has a very interesting history and very interesting story. 6.5 Mercato. We didn't get the players we needed to fill in the gaps. Romagnoli and Kessie left. And we failed to reinforce the left wing and center forward striker position. We did, however, purchase CDK. And for that, I give 6.5. Now, it's true what you're saying. Let's see if these youngsters are going to... Let's see if Vranckx is the replacement of Kessie. Let's see if Thiaw is going to be able to replace Romagnoli. That's the thing, guys. We don't know because these players just started their careers. I'm not negative at all. I'm very confident in the team. I'm always positive. I never fear competition. Milan has this DNA. Maldini is in charge. I'm very confident, but I gotta admit that after winning the league, I was under the impression we were going to have a very strong Mercato. Ottavio Giorgio, come stiamo? Forza Milan, Forza Milan. Guys, we have 30 minutes left. 30 minutes left till the end of the Mercato. Incredible, guys. 30 minutes left. Insane. This has been a crazy Mercato. Insane, guys. Insane. Let's see if there are any updates on Gazzetta dello Sport. 30 minutes left, and Milan news ends for the summer, guys. This is the last Milan news for the summer. Then tomorrow we start a new show. Origi has trained with the rest of the Milan squad and is full. That's awesome. Cody Gakpo and Brian Brobe, also two very good players. Okay, I've heard about them. I'm not familiar with them. I'm positive, Turo. I think we have what we need to fight and fight hard for the championship. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think we do. And also, if we don't really have any excuses for the Champions League. Sure, maybe Chelsea can win the group, but second place is a must. If you can't get first, second place is a must. We need solo player Leao to start passing the ball. You know, Leao is starting slow. I think Leao is going to grow into the season. And especially once this Mercato madness is over, Leao can just focus on Milan. The Mercato needs to end so Leao can just focus and get into his frame of mind. But Leao, similar last year, he kind of started slow and then he came through towards the end of the season. But right now, Leao, you know, especially being this player that is asking for all of this money, he needs to kind of take over. For a Mercato that ended literally when we changed owners, this was great. This is kind of the thing that usually ruins teams for a while. Well, that's a good point, actually, Shaw. That's a good point. That's a good point. Mr. Swift, solid Mercato. The team will gel with time. The season will be a weird one due to the World Cup. Full of surprises. Draxler to Benfica, guys. We got some news here. Draxler, very good player. Very interesting player. Milan has been linked to Draxler in the past. Let's go to Gazzetta dello Sport. Let's see if there's any new updates. Samp Verona make an exchange. De Pauli goes to Verona. Amione goes to Sampdoria, I believe. 2004 Ryan. Il Sassuolo firma destro irlandese, so Irish right wing John Ryan from Dublin FC. Frabotta, guys. Frabotta goes on loan on Frosinone. Chelsea is looking at Zakaria from Juventus. Chelsea right now is negotiating for Zakaria. Draxler to Benfica, official. Leicester gets Faes, which will substitute Wesley Fofana. Bakayoko ends his contract with Milan. It's done. It's official. PSG says bye to Skriniar. They're done. They're not going to get Skriniar. Skriniar stays with Inter. This is huge news for Inter. Inter keeps one of their best defenders, maybe their best defender. So that means that Inter was able to survive this Mercato. Inter was able to survive this Mercato, guys. Remember how Inter, there was a lot of fear that Inter was going to lose their players, and they weren't able to strengthen their team as much as they wanted, but they did not lose their best players. So Inter was able to survive the Mercato. Not good for us, but good for them. Benkovic leaves Udinese. Anything new? Nothing new, guys. Nothing new. The transfer market is 6.5 for CDK only. Too much inexperienced players. Milan is not rehabilitation center or career relaunching center. Wait. The transfer market is 6.5 for CDK. Too much inexperienced. Yeah, a lot of inexperienced players. Yeah, I think that's what you have to consider when evaluating the Mercato. But it doesn't mean it's not a negative thing, guys. It's not negative. If Ronaldo is willing to drop his salary to 4.5 million, I don't think he would. To have his last years in Champions League with Milan after Ibra retires next year, do you think it's possible to sign him? I don't think he would do that because he produces too much money. Ronaldo, wherever he steps, like a tree of money grows. So I don't think he would do that. 4 to 5 million. He is a money machine. Ronaldo is a living money machine. Wherever he goes, he's going to produce so much money for the club that he has the right to ask for high wages. Maybe he's not going to ask for 20 million. Maybe he's going to bring it down. But 4 or 5 million, I don't know. I think what's going to happen with Ronaldo is going to try. He's going to probably keep on going with Manchester United, and then he's going to go to maybe in the the Middle East, maybe one of those clubs, China, maybe America, where they can give him really big wages, for that kind of player. But 4 or 5 million, I don't think so. I don't think so. How about Beto, guys? Beto has been linked to Milan recently, actually, just yesterday. I was thinking about Beto, but then I was thinking, what about Colombo, guys? What about Colombo? Yeah, Beto could be an interesting player. Big, strong center forward. He's definitely good. He scored against us. Interesting prospect. Interesting player, yeah. Jürgen Strand Larsen played for a little time at ACM, bought for 11 million to Celta Vigo. Okay, thank you for the update. Very, very good. I don't think Ibra will retire next year. Yeah, probably not. He'll probably never retire. Ibra has... but obviously there's something that we don't know for sure about Ibra, but we can definitely speculate. He's definitely cementing his place in the Milan management some way, or in the Milan club, in a managerial role, ambassador role, or whatever role, because he has moved his whole family to Milano, and his children are now in the Milan academy. So that obviously says that Ibrahimovic is staying in Milan to stay. Colombo is too short. I don't think so, my man. He looked pretty big and tall to me the other day. I mean, the other goal. Actually, speaking of Colombo, let's look at Colombo and his goal. I don't think Colombo is a short player. I don't think so. And I don't want to, disagree with you. Maybe you're right. We'll check that. But where is Colombo? Where is Colombo? Colombo. There was an article here about Colombo. By the way, guys, this is photoshopped. Guys, this is photoshopped. Do you guys agree with me that this is photoshopped? I literally can do it. I can do it with the same program I do my thumbnails. I can literally do this. I can make this happen. This is a Photoshop picture. This is not real. He can fool many people, but he ain't fooling me. He ain't fooling me. Let's see. There was a very interesting exclusive, maybe. Hmm. Oh yeah, so this is what I was saying earlier. Yeah. Ibrahimovic influence at AC Milan expands as his sons will join the academy. This fall, Zlatan will also be joined by both his sons at the AC Milan field. 16-year-old Maximilian has been signed for the U17 team, and 14-year-old brother Vincent has been signed to the U15 team. This definitely means that Ibrahimovic is staying at the club for a long time. For a long time. By the way, we know that he had some checkups and he was good. Oh yeah, Guiri. Guiri is a player that Laert likes a lot, and Guiri is a player that Laert likes a lot, and he looked good. He looked good. I gotta admit, he looked good. Roy, imagine if Maldini and Massara can sneak in Ndika and Ziyech in the final moments of the window. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Ndika, unfortunately, not because of Thiaw. Ziyech, I don't think so because of Dest, but that would be crazy. Here, Roy, honestly, say what you think about CDK up until now. Is he Milan worthy? Well, let's be completely objective and honest. So far, he had a good game at San Siro, with 70,000 fans pushing him. At Sassuolo, he looked very poor. He looked very poor at Sassuolo. And I gotta say, I want to give my flowers to Sassuolo because Sassuolo defensively was very good in that game. I thought our players, especially the more offensive players, should have done better. But Sassuolo did a very good job in stopping our players. CDK still needs to get used to. He still needs to get used to the Serie A. I mean, the kid is only 21. He's only 21. But I think the future is going to be bright. He's going to have some poor performances. He's going to have some good performances. I'm expecting him to have good performances at the San Siro right now, especially with the energy of the crowd. But I think away, especially with how teams are facing us right now, super defensive, low block, park the bus, CDK is going to have some issues. But then he's going to learn. He's going to learn. He's going to learn. I mean, Higuain. Oh, guys, and maybe next game he's going to quickly, show everybody he's a beast. I mean, yeah. Okay, so Colombo is 6 feet. Okay, Colombo has the same physique as Shevchenko. Bakayoko resta al Milan. Abbiamo appena letto che ha risolto il contratto. Bakayoko ha deciso di risolvere il contratto con il Milan, che risparmierebbe buona parte del suo stipendio. Gazzetta dello Sport says Bakayoko has rescinded his contract. He's an actor. I'm so happy that we have Dest and not Odriozola. Guys, I wish Dest the best of luck. 5 out of 10 for this Mercato. We lost a lot of opportunities for free players that were available for free. Dybala, Belotti, Xavi Simons. And I want to add, Aunas for only 2.5 million could have been a great opportunity. Everyone looked poor at Sassuolo. Yeah, I gotta say, Sassuolo surprised everybody. Sassuolo did a good job. Tactically, Sassuolo was very good, but we need Leao to step it up. We need the attacking players to step it up. Why would we sign Dybala or Belotti? You know there's a reason why they ended up at Roma, not at a bigger team. I mean, these players, unfortunately, have already, their careers have already been defined. Milan is not looking for these kind of players. Or Belotti or Origi, one of the two. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, I would have chosen Belotti over Origi. But they're very similar players. I hope we keep Colombo. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. We lost Dybala, that was sad. Roma sold so many shirts because of him. But Dybala, the way Pioli plays, I think Dybala does not fit his system. I mean, we saw, and this is not, now again, this is not me, this is not Guardiola, this is not Mourinho, this is Pioli. Pioli likes to have a central attacking midfielder that can be a hybrid midfielder, right? I mean, look at who he used to play there. He used to play Çalhanoğlu there. He played Krunic there. He plays Kessie there. The Diaz thing is not working for him. The way he likes, the way he envisions, Pioli envisions his football, he needs a cam that that can use his body, that can come down. As a matter of fact, if we look at CDK's assist in the Udinese game, it came from CDK winning a body-to-body challenge and then bringing the ball forward, right? So I see why they didn't go for Dybala. And also, at the time, Elliott was not going to give Dybala 6 million. Maybe Redbird today would have, though. So I don't know. I think CDK has that grinta to be a Milanista. I think so, too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. All right, guys. So I guess we have some breaking news here. Let's check it out. Let's see if it's Sempre Milan is reporting it. Aha! Let's see. Maybe it's here. Hakim was not a dream. Milan have not been pursuing a deal for Hakim. We read that. Let's see. Timo Bakayoko has decided late in the transfer window to terminate his loan deal with AC Milan, and now it is a race against time with Chelsea. I think there's a little bit of contradicting reports coming out. Let me go to Vitiello's Twitter account. Guys, 14 minutes and the summer transfer window is officially over. 14 minutes and it's done. Okay, Vitiello. Antonio Vitiello. Milan depositato il contratto di Dest 2 minutes ago, so Dest now is officially official. 8 minutes ago, Bakayoko resta al Milan. Okay, so I'm sure we're going to find out some more updates about that. I gotta get Twitter on my computer so I can share it here. I hate Twitter, that's why I don't have it here, but I'll have Twitter ready next time. Okay, so 8 minutes ago, Vitiello said Bakayoko resta al Milan, while the reports on Gazzetta dello Sport are saying that Bakayoko has rescinded his contract. I'm sure they're going to clear that up anytime soon. So would you get injury-prone Dybala instead of world-class potential CDK? Me, personally, for the way Pioli plays, CDK is the right player. Dybala would not fit in Pioli's system, in Pioli's vision of football. Personally, me, if I was the coach, I would not mind having Dybala in a team I coach, for sure. Now Lang, late transfer. Now Lang was offered. Lille tried to get Now Lang, but Brugge said no. Napoli would never sell on us so cheap. We are rivals. Yeah, that is a good point. Roy, you think Milan will move away to build a new stadium? I think so. 100%. Xavi Simons 7 games, 9G. Oh, wow. Not bad. Ben Ali is the most suitable for... Yeah, Ali is super suitable for Pioli's system. Absolutely. If Bakayoko stays, wouldn't be bad. I mean, it's bad for him because he doesn't get playing time. I totally disagree with Roy. In the 4-2-3-1 system, Dybala as a number 10 would be perfect. No, it would be perfect. Absolutely. If in my 4-2-3-1, Dybala would be perfect. In your 4-2-3-1, Dybala would be perfect. But if you look at Pioli's 4-2-3-1, he's played different kind of players there. But I'm sure Pioli would not be complaining if he had Dybala there. I'm not disagreeing that guys, I freaking love Dybala. I love that player. I love him as a football player. Yeah, in Pioli's 4-2-3-1, if you really look at how Pioli has used his cams, he's used cams that are not pure forwards. He's used hybrid cams that can help the midfield from a physical standpoint and can do both phases essentially. Okay, guys, we're getting a lot of contradicting reports here. Guys, 10 minutes and the deadline is done. 10 minutes to deadline. Speaking of Pioli, how come a coach can sub off a striker Giroud when we are at stalemate, which eventually backfired as Florenzi's injury made us play with 10 men? Yeah, that was a big mistake, and he took a gamble. He took a gamble there. He definitely did not manage Florenzi in the right way. That is all on the coach. But, you know, how are you going to know that a player is going to get an injury like that? You don't know. But you can imagine, okay, Florenzi is not 21, right? You can't have Florenzi not play at all and then all of a sudden bringing him for 90 minutes. As a matter of fact, Thiaw had an issue, right? He was saying he was feeling something being scratched in the back of his leg, and Florenzi got a terrible injury, a third-degree hamstring tear. So that was poor management for Pioli, absolutely. I usually don't criticize players much, but I will criticize coaches. Dybala is injury-prone player. You're not getting more than 20 games out of him per season, and you will be paying huge salary for him. Plus, he has a shit personality. Wouldn't fit Milan. Yeah, guys, look, everyone has their own opinions on the player. I respect it. I'm not crying over Dybala. I'm not crying over Dybala at all. At all. CDK was not ready for number 9 position. Ali can play the left wing, right? Yeah, he did play in the preseason. He played as a right wing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. You can only make 3 substitutions. Correct. Yeah, look, he took a gamble. Pioli was unlucky because he got into that game thinking that Rebic was going to play, Origi was going to play, and also you can't risk Giroud. He was a little bit unlucky. No move for Ronaldo. Man United striker boards team bus for Leicester. So, guys, the possible crazy exchange is not going to happen. Because he don't have techno cams, he's forced to use Krunic because Diaz was awful. He even tried Daniel Maldini. Maybe, but who did they go for, though, right? Ferrat. Who did they go for? What was their target? Like, the biggest signing that they went for was a cam that has these specific traits. A cam that is not a super technical cam, offensive cam. They went for the kind of cam that he has been using. So it's a good indication of what Pioli wants, of what the team thinks is necessary, right? They want a cam that can do the defensive side, the midfield side, and the offensive side. Otherwise, they would have gone for an Nkunku kind of cam, a Dybala kind of cam. I don't think Milan does things out of randomly. I think everything is very thought out, based on what they need, functionality. This is not a team that does crazy signings. Now, I agree with you, Ferrat. I agree with you. I love Dybala. I love those kind of cams. I would love to see Nkunku. If I was a coach, in my 4-2-3-1, my cam would be more like a Dybala. But in Pioli's system, his cam is more like CDK, more like Çalhanoğlu, more like Krunic. Even put Kessie in that role. Even put Tonali in that role. So it's Pioli. Pioli's vision is different from ours. And the fact that they spent all their efforts on a specific kind of cam says it, what kind of cam he wants. But I don't disagree with you, man. I'm a big fan of Dybala. Krunic was one of the reasons we won the Scudetto. He had an amazing last 7. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Krunic, I freaking love Krunic. Diaz is just not a Pioli's type of player. That's why Pioli always played Hakan over Diaz. Yeah, Diaz is really not that kind of player for Pioli. But let's see. I hope Diaz can produce because we need him to produce. We need all our players to produce. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Milan has a system that works for TH. Guys, 5 minutes. 5 minutes and the Calcio Mercato is officially over. 5 minutes and the Calcio Mercato is officially over. Krunic was the unsung hero. Guys, I want to remind people that have been Milan have registered Dest and Vranckx, so it is 100% official. I want to remind people that have been very critical of, let's say, the kind of players we deploy. The last games of the Campionato, Milan started with Tonali, Kessie, Krunic, and Salamakers. 4 defensive, more prone defensive players, right? And those games were big games. We won the Scudetto because of those games. Pioli has his ways of looking at the game, right? He has his own vision. Wow, guys, look at this one. This one is big. So Paredes comes in. Miretti, the 19-year-old, guys. The 19-year-old is doing really good. Juve has a bunch of youngsters, Italian youngsters, that are really good. What's up, Rohit? 10 out of 10 just for Samu leaving. That is hilarious. 10 out of 10 Mercato, guys. Because of Sam. I completely forgot about Samu Casillo. Loss for Juventus midfield. Yeah, maybe. I think, my opinion, their biggest loss is Rovella. Rovella went on loan to Monza. But Rovella is a superstar in the making. They need to bring him back. They need to bring him back. But Juventus has Paredes, Locatelli, McKennie, Miretti. Guys, Miretti, 19 years old. That kid is freaking good. That kid is really good. 19 years old. Unfortunately, Juve played the worst football that in the history of football. Today's Juve is the worst brand of football that has ever been played on a football pitch. They play the worst football in the history of the game. I'm surprised they kept Rabiot. Oh, right, and they kept Rabiot, right. Rabiot almost went to Manchester United, so they let go of Zakaria. Now, is this, let's see if this is, guys, 3 minutes left, and then this Calcio Mercato is done. 3 minutes left. Leicester on Boga. Leicester trying to get Boga from Atalanta. Ronaldo stays at United. It's official. Zakaria visita in Italia per il Chelsea. Zakaria ha dato l'ok per il passaggio al Chelsea. Yeah. Dennis Zakaria having medicals in Turin after Chelsea reached an agreement with Juventus. Switzerland on loan with option to buy. Personal. Okay, so it's a loan. It's a loan. Interesting. Interesting market, guys. It is almost finished, guys. The market, wow, what a crazy journey this has been, guys. What a crazy journey. This summer has been a crazy journey. Cremonese FC got Umtiti. Did you guys see the Umtiti getting, emotional with how the fans welcomed him in the airport? You know, for Lecce. Oh, no, for Cremonese, that's like such a big signing for them. We got a whole legion of under 23 players. CDK, Thiaw, Kalulu, Leao, Tonali, Vranckx, Adli, and now Dest. We're set for another 5-6 years. Yeah, and 2 years ago, 1 year ago, when we won the Scudetto, a lot of our players were literally on that transition between the U21 and the Seniors International. The year before, when we came second, when we finished second, the majority of our players were playing in under 21 internationals. Guys, that is unheard of. That is unheard of. You don't see that. Milan's project is extremely unique. They give Umtiti a hero welcome. Yeah, he was in tears. That was incredible. FC Barca are kicking every players last season they had, sadly. Yeah. For me, the market is 7 out of 10 only because Dest was signed. Would have loved to upgrade the right wing, but we can do it in January, and Dest can cover that position. Yeah, that's what I thought. He went to Lecce, not Cremonese. That's what I thought. Lecce. Nonso, let's see what happens in January. Let's see what happens. Let's see, guys. It shall be set. Okay, late. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So these are the signings. Dest, Barcelona, Vranckx, Wolfsburg, Thiaw. From, what is this? Simic? What is this Simic signing? What is this Giancarlo Simic? Isn't this Simic's, our old Simic? Did we get another player? Is this a Primavera player? Am I missing something, guys? Who is this Giancarlo Simic? Is Rohit, are you aware of this Giancarlo Simic for the Primavera? Umtiti go to Lich. Yeah, why do you think Dest will bench? Because no way he is earning 3 million to be a backup player. Well, I mean, in Barcelona, guys, backup players are getting 3.8 million. Look, the Dest operation is something that Milan had to do on the fly because of Florenzi. But he's a good player. He's a good player, and he's going to be useful. Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, is staying. I think Simic for the Primavera. Okay, youth player. And is he? I think he's Simic's son. Is he? Milan signed Ali for 8 million. Inter paid Sanchez 8 million to leave the club. We're not the same. That's hilarious. I think he's a Primavera youth player. Simic is the defender we signed from Primavera from Stuttgart. Okay. All right, there you go. Dest would be more like 2020 Thiaw and would progress towards the current Thiaw we have now. You can do both offense and defense. Let's hope so. But guys, let's see if we keep Dest. Because if Dest at the end of this contract says, look, my intention was to come to Milan just to get some experience, then go back to Barcelona. You know, we got to see. We got to see. U18 player, Simic. Okay. He's a Serbian U17 player that was one of the best players in the last U17 championship. Alright, guys. Simic is a 17-year-old defender. Dest is probably a better right wing than a right back. Probably, according to his... Guys, it's done. It's official. It is over, guys. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The Calcio Mercato is officially over. It is officially over. Simic is a U17 player who will partner Kubis in Primavera. He is a unit, 186 centimeters tall at 17. He was at the Euro under 17. Lazetic is in the Primavera. Yeah, Primavera. Guys, it's done. It's finished. And the Milan news ends with Divock Origi, Charles De Ketelaere, Adli, Pobega, Vranckx, Thiaw, Dest, and then the Primavera players. And we said goodbye to Romagnoli, to Vranckx, and the superstar Castillo. Interesting summer. Guys, tomorrow we'll do a review of the Mercato and we're going to rate it. So, any updates here on Bakayoko? I think Bakayoko is the last thing. And what about Balotore? Balotore is staying, I guess. Balotore is staying. Boga is staying with Atalanta, so Boga is staying. Marco Alonso at Barcelona, guys. Marco Alonso from Chelsea goes to Barcelona. Okay, so this makes sense. This is why Dest, I think they play in the same position. So Marco Alonso goes to Barcelona. We got to figure out what's happening with Bakayoko. Well. What a crazy summer. What a crazy summer. Finally, we can focus on the game. The players can now just focus on the season. They can focus to get ready for the World Cup. No more rumors. No more Chelsea this, Man United this, Newcastle that. None of that. Now, guys, we transition into football. No more Calcio Mercato. Milan news finishes today with the end of the Calcio Mercato. It will resume January 1st. New shows start tomorrow. We also signed Rossi from Napoli for the Primavera. Also signed Stalamak, from Gornik, a Polish player who has 500 plus minutes in the Polish league at 16 years old. And we checked him out. He looks very promising. Roy, Savi doesn't like Dest, so he may never go back to Barca. Well, yeah, maybe. Why doesn't he like? Now, if you guys analyze who came, them taking out Dest, bringing in Marco Alonso is a much more defensive player. So, I don't know I think they play in similar positions. I might be wrong about that. But I know Marco Alonso is much more of a quantity player than a quality player. So I think they needed more quantity rather than quality. Roy, question. We have a buy option for Dest. If you decide to keep him and pay the 20 millions and same time Dest wants to back to Barcelona, what will happen in this situation? Good question. I think I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure. I think it's up to Barcelona at that point to decide whether or not they want to keep him. But if Barcelona says no, we don't want to keep him, but he has a contract with him. Honestly, that's a good question. We will find that question out. We'll find out. Do we still have that under 15 player with 400? Oh yeah, Camarda, guys. He's the next big striker in football. Then the will of the player prevails. He goes to Barcelona and we don't agree personal terms. That's what I think. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I believe too, yeah. Ethan Ampadu to Spezia from Chelsea. I can't imagine Dest wants to go back if he had a good season in Milan. Yeah, and the thing is, when these players have good seasons at Milan, they fall in love with the club. 6 out of 10, mark it, guys. 6 out of 10. Let me put a poll in the chat. Let me put another poll in the chat. Let me see what you guys think about the... Thank you, thank you. 49%, 59% says no to Cristiano Ronaldo, guys. That is going to break his heart. That is going to break his heart. Okay, let's do this other poll here. Last poll of the day, and tomorrow is going to be a little bit more focus on the Calcio Mercato. Let's see. Let's do... All right, here you go, guys. Let's leave that up there for 10 minutes, and let's see what you guys think. Guys, if you have not, make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. Smash that like button, guys. Smash it, smash it, smash it. 1 year loan plus option 2027, option to extend. We didn't address the right wing, so pretty meh. We didn't sell Alexis. We didn't sell Alexis. That is hilarious. Salamaker's not sold. 0 out of 10. Hilarious stuff. Hilarious. CR7 ego would disrupt Milan chemistry. I agree. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Well, guys, the drama is over. The drama is over. The Calcio Mercato is done. Bring in those votes, guys. So far, it's 50-50, okay and good. Let's keep on bringing them in. By the way, tomorrow we start a new show. Milan News resumes January 1st. What do you think about Braithwaite, Roy? No, don't know who he is. Don't know him. Salamaker's Venu Castillo. No, guys, no way. Totally different kind of players. Guys, if Salamaker's ever if Salamaker's you're watching right now, Salamaker's, I love you. Keep on doing what you do. Forza lotta vincerai. Not only did we not sell Alexis, but we bought Messias as well, -3. Barcelona discriminate Dutch players, and it was Dutch players that made Barcelona. It was Dutch players that made Barcelona. Alright, let's see if the Gazzetta dello Sport officially closes the Mercato. No crazy fireworks at the end. Izzo goes to Monza. The Calcio Mercato is should be officially done. Atalanta and Torino playing in 20 minutes, or 30, no, in 35 minutes. Acerbi ufficiale. Arthur went to Liverpool. They tried to get Benacer. That did not happen. All right. I think that's it, guys. I think it's done. I think I'm still waiting for the official. È finito il mercato. It is finished. Gazzetta dello Sport says it is finished. Balotelli, by the way, goes to Sion in Switzerland. Barca, king of the market. Barca is, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, Barca is considered king of the market. Very, very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. Sound makers, if you watch, go train and try to pass the ball to your teammate. Simic, a defender from Stuttgart. Next year, we will surely spend 100 million. Honestly, if San America can better at crossing and shooting, he'd be one of the best. His work rate and dribbling is very good. Yes, guys, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Listen, guys, first of all, thank you to everybody that has been part of this RossonARI TV journey following the Calciomercato. Big shout out goes to Antonio, that is in college now, who is pretty pissed off, I bet, right now because he doesn't have his Blue Knight wrench. Roy, do you think we will spend this winter? It all depends on the Champions League. If we go through the group stages, yes, absolutely. I think we will strengthen the team. If we don't go through the group stages, it'll be difficult because players, Champions League players that are already in the Champions League are not going to move to the club. So, in order for us to have a good winter mercato, Milan has to go through the group stages. Okay, this is, I'll say this one last time. This is what Milan has to do every year. The minimum requirements. Top 4, pass the group stages of Champions League. That's the minimum. As long as you've always finished in the top 4 and you pass the group stages, that allows you to be more competitive in the next season and try and win a trophy that you weren't able to win this year. Let's say you can't win the trophy this year, but you finish top 4. Okay, you still have the Champions League, so you can still get those players that will play in the Champions League. You have that Champions League revenue, so you use that to try and win the Scudetto next year. Then in the winter, you want to reinforce the squad even more, you have to pass the group stages and become a team that frequently plays in the latter stages of the group stages. That's the minimum. That is the minimum. If you fail at that, then we go back to being a banter era club. We don't want that. Of course, every year we fight for a trophy, no matter what. That is the goal. But if you don't win that trophy, you got to get in that top 4, and you got to finish the groups, and you got to pass the group stages. Yes, guys, I had to take away the Blue Knights because someone was banning people without our consent. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it was. But moderators are not allowed to ban regular viewers of the channel without our consent. So I had to take away the Blue Knight to people that I respect dearly, which bothers me. But it is what it is. I had to do it. I had to make a hard decision. Samara just not he's not fast, he can't pass, he can't finish. Guys, I don't agree with any of that. Breaking news, CR7 got off the bus halfway to Leicester and is headed to Milan. And not sell your best players and build on the team. Yes, Alan, 100%. 100%. But Kayoko comes with an option to buy that turns into an obligation to buy once certain conditions are met. If he plays a certain amount of games, we have to pay 35 million. Oh, mamma mia, ragazzi. That sounds like a nightmare scenario. That sounds like a nightmare scenario. Guys, it is finished. It is done. Calcio Mercato is over. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. All right, guys. I guess we just need to find out what happens with Bakayoko. Let's check what you guys voted. So let's end this poll. Let's see. 7%, 45% voted 7 good. 41% voted okay. 9% excellent. Only 3% voted no good. So a small number of you guys are not happy. Make sure to smash that like button, guys. Don't forget to do the smashing of the liking. That is always very important. The smashing of the liking brings good luck. We like the smashing of the liking. We like the smashing of the liking. Okay, guys. Let's see if there's one more article that's come out. Yeah, Sempre Milan reports done. Window closed. That's a wrap. That is a wrap. The summer window. Look at that, guys. Nice. This is a nice, nice post. We're going to analyze this tomorrow. And we're also going to analyze the other teams. Let's just check one last thing on the AC Milan website, the official announcement of the takeover. Good evening and Forza Milan. Ibra, Messias, Florenzi, Alli, already Lasser, Pobega, Milan, Lasser, Righi, De Calle, Thiaw, Vranckx, Mercato da 8. Ok. Mercato da 8 ci vuole, dai. Non è male, non è un mercato terribile, non è un mercato bruttissimo, è un mercato di tanti giovani che ancora devono farsi le ossa però, ed è da dire, Maldini said we needed 3 big players. Did he get his 3 big players? Guys, this is a question I have for you. Remember Maldini's famous interview? He asked, he said, we need at least 3 big players to compete in the Champions League. Did he get his 3 big players? I voted okay because we spent months following Sanchez and Botman for no reason. We didn't address the right wing situation. Origi is a 1 out of 10. Alan says no. We got our Mr. X. We only got CDK. We got Origi. Maybe Origi and CDK. Well, maybe. But guys, I'm super optimistic though. It's just, let's say, I think it is fair to say, of course, like everybody is entitled to their own opinions. That's no doubt about that. I think for me personally, man, this guy is a future captain of Milan. This guy is a gem. Where is it? Dov'è? Where is it? Where is this? Ah, here it is. Okay. All right. Last piece of the day, Milanisti. Last piece of the day. He got one. Tomori and Kalulu are beasts, and their best are still to come. Yeah. Guys, Origi came injured, and after playing a few minutes, was injured again. We signed Rebic 2.0. AC Milan goalkeeper Dest moves to Venezia. Okay, nice shot up there. They really make me happy with Serginho Dest. Okay, good. Can we turn our attention to Inter already? Yes, finally, right? All right, guys. Let's last piece of the day, the official announcement. Today, not only is the end of this the circus, the Calcio Mercato circus, but it is the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. Redbird Capital Partners today announced that it has completed the acquisition of Associazione Calcio Milan. For 123 years, AC Milan has been synonymous with championship-level football. Since its founding in 1899, AC Milan has won 19 Serie A championships, 7 Champions League Europa Cups, 7 Supercoppa Italiana, 5 Coppa Italia, 5 European Super Cups, 3 Intercontinental Cups, 2 European Cup Winner Cups, and 1 FIFA Club World Cup. As the new owner of AC Milan, Redbird will continue to invest in all the key areas that will advance the club's sporting and commercial interests, building on last season's achievements that culminated in the club's Serie A championship. Redbird's experience in operating and building global sports business will ensure that the next chapter in AC Milan's storied history will build on its current momentum. Priorities areas of focus include supporting the club's sporting and business leadership to ensure that the team is consistently competitive at the highest levels of football, ensuring that it has the infrastructure and facilities befitting one of the world's most prominent sporting organizations, and strengthening the club's women's and youth teams as well as its charitable arm, Fondazione Milan. Don, Boss, Mafia, G, Gangster, Jerry, Cardinale, Redbird founder and manager partner said, "Our vision for Milan is clear. We will support our talented players, coaches, staff to deliver success on the pitch and allow our fans to share in the extraordinary experiences of this historic club. We will look to leverage our global sports and media network, our analytics expertise, our track record in sports stadium developments and hospitality to deliver one goal: maintaining Milan's place at the summit of European football." The deal will also see Yankee Global Enterprise, YGE, owner of the New York Yankees, one of the world's most valuable sports franchises, enter into a strategic partnership with the club with a minority equity stake in AC Milan. Redbird has a long-standing relationship with the Yankees and the Steinbrenner family, with whom it is a co-owner of a Yankees Entertainment Sports Yes Network, the most watched regional sport network in the United States, meaning the East Coast. One of the partnerships with YGE, Mr. Cardinale said, "We have a multi-decade relationship with the New York Yankees and the Steinbrenner family that has resulted in the creation of some of the most successful businesses in sports, entertainment, and hospitality." Hospitality is stadium infrastructure. "We are very pleased to continue our partnership with them and will look to explore opportunities together to broaden our fan reach and expand commercial opportunities that are only available to franchises that operate at the highest level of sports globally." The completion of the purchases of Milan takes Redbird's assets under management to Wow, okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting. The completion of the purchase of Milan takes Redbird's assets under management to approximately 7.5 billion and adds AC Milan to Redbird's portfolio of global sports and entertainment investments that include Fenway Sports Group, Liverpool FC, Boston Red Sox, Pittsburgh Penguins, Toulouse FC, the Rajasthan Royals, the Yes Network, the Spring Hill Community Company, Skydance Media, the XFL, One Team Partners, and Dream Sports. There it is. There it is. There it is, guys. It's done. It is done. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, time to time, new young players will be important for the season. Players like Vranckx, Thiaw will show their value. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. Hope in winter, according to our position, making signing good deals. Yep. Let's go Mets. Imagine we get stadium like the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. That would be incredible. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody that joined us today. We are done with Milan News. The season of Milan News is over. Tomorrow we start new show, new theme. The Calcio Mercato circus drama is over. Tomorrow we're going to analyze the Mercato not only of Milan, but the Mercato of the other Italian teams, and we can finally do a real prediction of the season with the players that are in every team. Having said that, guys, I appreciate everybody that joined me today, that followed the deadline, and I appreciate all of the Milanisti, and even the people that are not Milanisti that join us. Here at RossonARI TV, we appreciate your presence and your guys' commitment and subscription to the channel. We love you all, and guys, remember, Forza, Forza Milan. Grazie, Roy, for keeping us up to date this month. Grazie for you for being here. Guys, having said that, we shall see you tomorrow. Alla prossima, arrivederci. And guys, remember, 2 words. Whether it's during the morning, afternoon, or night, Forza, Forza, Forza Milan. Guys, having said that, we shall see you tomorrow for the new show. Alla prossima, and ciao. Peace.